How are we doing today? Jesus. Fuck. Sorry I'm a little late. Errands were a little long day because the store just would not stock something. Oh god, please don't let my throat be fucked. Morning. Yoko said she wants to talk to me on something today. I wonder what that's all about. But then something interrupted my thoughts. Oh, it's this. Wow. The alarm! I better get over to the war room. Oh my god. When I arrived, I took a quick look around to check that everyone was there. Everyone ready? Battle initiate. God. God, I had some sort of like acid reflux thing happen to me like right before the fucking stream. And now I got like a little bit of acid in my fucking nose and throat. Never happened to me before. Awful. Well, let's get the battle. Man, they really kind of phoned it in for these, huh? Neat.
I am Centaur. My soul
Your soul will live on. So you really do have the power to curse people?
curse? Yes, of course. My curse will be upon you. There is no escape.
Alright. Oops, it exploded. It spluttered all over and burst into tiny pieces, disappearing in a plume of smoke. Why the fuck did these bodies explode? Hooray! That night, we all met in the cafeteria for dinner. Festus didn't show up this time. That's something. Probably because Senta self-destructed. There was no cryptoglobin for her to absorb after that. More importantly, you guys heard what Zenith said, right? You mean right at the end? Don't pretend like you didn't hear that. My curse will be upon you. You will all perish. Probably just acting sore on account of losing. You can't keep running from the truth forever. Or have you forgotten what happened after Ava cursed us? I understand what you're trying to say, but what do you expect us to do about it? The others were all killed when they were on their own. Obviously, we gotta stay a single group from now on. You stick together so you can be ready for the next time the ghost attacks. That's the only way we're gonna survive this. I'm impressed. You said something that's not complete dribble for once. What are you talking about? I'm the only one here who ever has any good ideas. Having to put up with my company even more than usual probably won't be good for anyone's mental health. I don't know about this, but if you're all on board with it. Absolutely not. Don't get me wrong. You can all stay in a group if you want, just so long as that group doesn't include me. Whoa. Try to read the room here. Conversation was totally moving towards everyone agreeing. I know, but I don't want to. You're being so selfish here. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Oh, and what are you going to do about it, Gaku? Me? Well, I decline your offer. I'm going back to my room alone. Unless you can think you can do anything to make me change my mind. That is.
Yo, back off, Hiroko. You got no right to throw your weight around like this.
Yeah, you tell me, Takamaru. And what are you going to do about it? I know you don't hit girls.
Yeah, you got me there.
Come on, man. You can try to force me to stay, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hiroko strolled confidently toward the door, but right as she was almost there, she stopped. Then she turned to me.
We'll talk tomorrow, Takumi. I want you fresh and well rested to hear what I have to tell you. Interesting.
It was obvious none of us could sway Hiroko from her decision, and there wasn't much point in all but one of us staying in a group, so we went back to our rooms like usual.
I mean, there is kind of a fucking point, but whatever. Day 58.
Hey, Hiroko, why'd you call me all the way out here?
You want to hear what I have to say, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I came out here. So, like, what the hell? Couldn't we have talked in the cafeteria or something? Everyone's already on edge. It's probably better that we stay inside the school.
It's too late for us to stick together in one big group and watch each other's backs at this point.
You don't know that for sure. We haven't even tried it yet.
I know what I'm talking about. If that were really an effective countermeasure, why didn't you suggest it before now?
Well,
don't bother. I know the reason why. It's because you're still afraid of this ridiculous curse. Somewhere in the back of your head, you believe that sticking together won't make any difference in the long run.
Why didn't you suggest it then? Everyone knows you don't believe in the curse, so if it was your plan, they might have actually gone along with it.
That will become clear once you hear my story. Now, where should I begin? I suppose with Ima's death. What do you think killed him, Takumi?
What? Killed him? Sorry, but I'm still leaning towards the curse. None of it makes sense otherwise.
Think about it. There are other explanations for his cage still being locked besides ghosts.
Like suicide? Ima's hardly been in a stable mental state lately. He's been getting worse and worse ever since Keiko disappeared. So it all got too much for him and decided to end it all.
No, he'd have needed a weapon. If he had one, could he have stabbed himself that many times?
Ugh.
You're letting your fear cloud your judgment. You shouldn't need me to spell this out for you. But I thought the same thing at first. When I saw Ima's body, my first thought was suicide, even though it made no logical sense. Takumi, Keiko is still alive. At least, she is in this timeline.
This timeline?
I'm the one who made her disappear. Oh, you're coming out and saying it, huh? I knew that's what happened, but like I didn't expect her to just confess that.
Then the night you went missing, that was really you I saw.
Yes, that's right.
And the weird shadow I saw after that.
The what? Hold on, I don't know what you're talking about now.
Then that one wasn't you?
Whatever it was, no, it wasn't me. Well, that's still confusing. Let's put it aside for the moment. It's got nothing to do with me, so it'll only confuse matters. Back to my original point. I'm the one that made Keiko disappear.
You? You're the reason Ima was driven crazy worrying about his sister?
Yes, I won't make excuses. It's true.
Why would you do that? I thought we were friends.
I had my reasons. I'll explain everything. I'll start with the most important thing, which may also be the hardest for you to believe. I'm a time traveler. Although if we want to get technical, it's more like a time loop than a time leap.
Loop? Leap? You mean you're like me?
You can think of it that way if you want. I've lived through our time here several times before. But I don't retain all my memories from the previous loops. I just get fragments of it sometimes. Flashes of things that have happened without any real context. I've experienced a timeline a lot like this one before. Up until day 23, when Nozomi was attacked. In that one, you tried to tackle the attacker and got knocked out. You were in a coma right up until day 100. During that time, I had to fight my own. And at the end, I finally found out who was behind it all. I found out who that person with the scythe who attacked Nozomi was. It was Keiko.
It was the weirdest thing. When I heard that, I wasn't surprised at all. It was almost like I knew that that was where it was going. I even saw the whole thing in my head as vivid and clear as if I'd been there. I thought you'd been acting strange lately, but I guess this explains it.
You actually believe me? Are you sure you don't want to think about it some more?
When that person with the scythe attacked, you brought me an infuser. Even at the time, I thought it was weird that you were that prepared. I don't think many people would hear a scream and immediately go for their weapons. It all just lined up too perfectly. But you already knew that was going to happen. It makes a lot more sense.
It was a little careless of me, but it was that or let you end up in a coma again.
And that's also why you were against everyone staying in one big group?
Yes, we tried it before at other loops. The results varied, but it never did any good. Everyone ended up dead all the same. I didn't want to see that happen again. Those are facts. Keiko is the murderer. That's why I got rid of her.
You didn't kill her though, right?
Even if she'd killed people in other timelines, this version of her hadn't done anything yet. I'm not the kind of person who can kill someone just because they grow up to be a murderer. So instead, I tried to take her out of the equation another way. But I'll tell you more about that later.
Why later?
It will be easier if I show you some evidence to go with that part of the story. For now, just focus on those two facts. Keiko is alive, and I'm the one who made her leave. You understand what I'm saying? Keiko isn't dead, and what happened to her wasn't your responsibility. All of that is my fault, and mine alone. Try to take that in, and stop looking so gloomy all the time.
Wait, did you tell me all this just to make me feel better?
Caught in 4K.
I'm not sure if I completely believe all this yet, but I definitely believe you're a lot nicer than we give you credit for.
Don't get the wrong idea. I couldn't stand to see our team leader not doing his job, that's all. Anyway, we're done for the day. If you don't get your brain in gear after this, I might just have to whack it like an old TV to get it working again.
Can I ask you one thing?
What is it?
If you've been through all this before, then you know, right? You know what made Keiko suddenly start attacking people with the scythe of all things?
I think it was probably because she opened that box we found at the shrine.
With that last remark, Hiroko walked away. The box. That's where it all led back to. What in the world was that thing?
Interesting. Ding dong, bing bong.
I got up, had breakfast, and went back to my room. I was still thinking over what Hiroko had told me. She claimed to have experienced all this before in another timeline or time loop. Under normal circumstances, it was the kind of story no one would believe. But I had no reason to doubt her. After all, I was a time traveler myself with 100 days worth of memories from another timeline. And if she were trying to deceive me, she'd probably have come up with this more credible story. I'm more worried about how the box fits in all this. There's someone else I need to talk to, too.
Hello. What's up?
Oh, I just came to see how your research is doing.
Not great, unfortunately. I found plenty of interesting books, though, all about the invaders' history. Seems that they've sealed away a lot of things.
Sealed away?
I'm still a little hazy on the details, but I'll let you know once I know more.
I spent the rest of the day in the library. I did what I could to help the ghost boy with his research. He still didn't find anything useful about the box, though. Stay 60.
Get ready, prepare. Just be ready to give your life.
Boarding again. You talked to me in Keiko's voice before. But Keiko's not dead.
Ah.
That means you really are just a hallucination. But even if Keiko's still alive, that doesn't change what happened to the others. It'd only be natural for them to resent me after getting killed. I've got to do what I can for those of us that are still here. Maybe I'll go hang out with someone or something. Okay. Oh, God.
It's a lot harder to do a randomization when he gets stuck on the right side.
Time to get moving.
All right. Neat.
Time passed, and the day turned into night.
Ding dong, bing bong.
I headed back to my room and got into bed. Before long, I'd fallen asleep.
Dang. Oh.
Maybe it was the fatigue of the past few days catching up with me, but I couldn't bring myself to do much that day. I just hung out in my room, spacing out and letting time pass me by. When night rolled around, I went to bed and let sleep wash over me, hoping that tomorrow would be better. Day 62. Big dog, big bong.
Ah, Jesus.
Get prepared. Be ready to get.
The morning announcement barely faded when I heard the scream. Ah! What the? Takumi, you hear that just now? Yeah, I couldn't tell who it was, but I heard a scream.
Please tell me it's not another attack. Has my body odor finally gotten too much for somebody? None of us were the ones who screamed, right? Who does that leave? Who's not here?
Just Hiroko and...
Somebody help, it's here, I saw it.
It's just you. Alright everyone, false alarm.
Gaku again? I'm going back to bed.
Hey, that's not a half-assed reaction. I need help. It's coming for me.
Feels like I don't even need to ask, but what's coming for you?
The ghost, of course. I was asleep just now, and then out of nowhere, someone grabbed my leg. There's a touch of cold as death, and an already grip filled with hot heat. It's gotta be the ghost. The commander's curse is taking effect.
Hiroko had the right idea. Even with Gaku screaming his head off, she never even left her room. Good work, everyone. Sorry I was so useless.
I'm gonna let this slide because it was after the morning announcement, but don't go pulling this shit after dark, okay?
How can you guys be so heartless? I was just attacked by a vengeful ghost.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been through a tough time. Like I said, I'm going back to bed. If you scare me again, there will be consequences. Oh, that screaming may has just taken it out of you. Would you like me to get you some breakfast?
Come on, isn't anyone gonna show me some real sympathy?
If I was a ghost, you're the last guy I'd want to haunt.
Takumi, you believe me, right? You believe in ghosts, right?
I don't think anyone's completely ruling them out at this point.
So I assume they believe me when I try to tell them about it. Well, say something! You gotta help me, man. The ghost's after me now. I could die. Just stand by me, okay? Whatever you do, don't leave me alone.
I guess I can do that.
Great, I knew you wouldn't let me down. Now we're gonna need protection. Help me find some salt.
Gaku stuck to me like glue for the rest of the day. I had my doubts about his idea of protection, but I did my best to humor him. Bing bong.
Get ready for your prepare to spend enough. Be ready to give your life.
but I barely had time to take note of the morning announcement when a different sound filled the air.
Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated.
Alright. It's an enemy attack! I better get to the wardroom. As usual, everyone was there waiting for me. How'd they always get here so fast? I pushed aside those unimportant concerns and turned my attention to the battlefield. What's our status?
It's all small fry this time. Not a lot of them, but no sign of any commanders.
That makes sense. Last commander we beat was the 12th one. Vestius is the only one left now.
She won't be coming this time, though.
How can you know that?
Don't ask questions. I just do. Oh, because you time traveled.
Whoa, okay. Here comes memories from the other timelines. That's how she knows whether or not Vestius will appear in this battle. I hope she's right. Anyway, we better get started. Is everyone ready? Let's do this. Defensive battle initiates.
Man, I'm not fast enough to stop him from stabbing himself and changing the course of this history forever. Oh. Okay, it's us again.
What's with these voices?
It's the curse! I told you guys there were evil spirits out to get us!
I guess we should have expected this. It is kind of creepy, though.
Ignore them. We got invaders to kill. Right, let's go.
Okay. There we go.
I think we got them all. The next wave is usually when the commander shows up.
If there's no commander, this should be easy. Keep going, everyone! Help me! Not like this!
Hooray! Big yawn.
Wow! I know a consolation prize of a character like me has no right to brag, but that really wasn't too hard!
Not physically, but putting up with those weird voices the whole time was totally stressful.
See? It's just one more way the curse is manifesting itself!
You really gotta let that go, man.
At the very least, Zenta's curse didn't do anything. We haven't lost anyone since then. This battle left a bad taste in my mouth. Can we go back now?
Yeah. I'm going to take it easy in my room for a while.
There we go.
Another battle was over. Like Tsubasa said, though, the eerie screams of our enemies had taken their toll on us. Even after we went back to the school, we could still feel them ringing in my ears.
Hooray!
Hey, Hiriko, why do we have to go away even further this time?
You want to hear the rest of my story, don't you?
You're going to tell me more today, hon.
Yes. Be patient, we'll be there soon.
You said you were going to show me evidence. Is that why we're here?
Hiriko nodded.
Oh?
Follow me.
What is this place? And what's this machine?
I call it the Parallel Leap Machine, or PLM for short.
Parallel leap?
Don't ask me what that means or why it's here or who built it. I don't know any of that. All I know is the basics of what it does and how to operate it. And I only worked that out through the trial and error. It seems to be a device that allows travel between parallel universes.
Parallel universes? You mentioned something similar before.
They're like little other worlds, alternate futures created by differing actions. This allows us to travel between those worlds, so timelines where things played out differently.
It's like a time machine?
No, not at all. It only moves you to another timeline, not to the past or the future. You just jump into another universe on the same day at the same time.
When you said Keiko wasn't dead, but you took her out of the equation, you used this to send her to another universe, didn't you?
Yes, if it remained here, she would have killed everyone. But I had no way to prove it, and explaining this to everyone would have been problematic. So I sent her away to somewhere she couldn't hurt us. I won't make excuses, but it had to be done.
I really don't know if being sent to another universe is a bad thing or not. This was just Hiroko's way of neutralizing a threat, after all. Keiko probably didn't like it. You wouldn't have been too happy either. Well, I was about to condemn her for it. Assuming all this is true, what kind of world did you end up in?
I was in a hurry that day, so I just selected a timeline as far away from this one as possible. Here, let me check.
Hiroko stepped up to the machine and started tinkering with the controls.
Well, this is unfortunate. The PLM is broken. We can't use it anymore.
What?
Somebody's interfered with the programming and wrecked it from the inside out. There's no way you can repair it like this.
But who would do something like that?
The machine logged its user sessions, but most of the details have been erased too. It does tell us when it was used, though. We can make some deductions based on that. Last time this machine was used was on day 36.
Day 36? That's the day Edo disappeared.
I think he used the machine to escape to a parallel universe. Is this where the multiple Itos thing comes in? It's just different universe Itos vanishing into one universe. He must have left some kind of delayed release virus in the system, so we couldn't follow him.
He went all the way to another world. Why would we want to do that?
We'll never know. We've got no way of asking him or figuring out where he went. It's best to just forget about it. The real problem is how he got out of that cage that day.
He couldn't have escaped on his own, so someone from the team must have let him out.
Takumi, I know you're going through a lot, and I'll admit that I'm responsible for a lot of it. But I need you to think about this calmly and clearly. You have to forget about ghosts and concentrate on the very real threats we're facing.
Yeah, I know. It's just...
Just what?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Give me a second. I'm actually gonna get a drink. Check something. Cool. Stepping up.
There we go. The ghostly woman has been watching us the whole time, but telling Hiroko wouldn't do me any good. Logically, I knew she was just a hallucination, but they were constantly hovering on the edge of my vision. It was easy to forget that sometimes.
Day 65.
Time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 65th dip. Prepare. Be ready to give your...
I really don't think this is a good idea.
Hey,
Shut up, man. I'm going. Don't try to stop me. Huh? I heard voices raised outside and rushed out to see what was going on. What's happening? What's all this noise?
Ah, Takumi.
Oh, hey, Takumi. Why are you two fighting? I can hear you through the walls.
Hakamaru said he's going out searching the ruins on his own.
What? Why would you want to do that? Ain't it obvious? All the stuff about curses and crap keeps coming back to that box of whatever. We keep going in circles because we still don't know what the deal with is with that box. Ah, Jesus. Then we can finally put this whole thing to bed.
But
I'm going whether you want like it or not. If you try and stop me, I won't go easy on you.
Takumi, can't you do something?
Okay. That's not actually a bad idea, Takamaru. We should go out there on your own. I'll come with you. Whatever. Do what you want.
Thank you, Takumi.
Don't worry about it. Let the others know what we're doing, okay? Let's get going, Takamaru. Do you have any idea where we should start? Nah, figure we'll go with our guts. There seems to be a lot of stuff you wouldn't notice consciously sometimes. That's how this works, right? Well, kind of. Let's just do our best out there. And so, Takamaru and I spent the day outside of school grounds, scouring the ruins for another box. Yeah, God, big time skip. Oh, God. There we go, Jesus. For the past few days, Takamaru and I have done little else but explore the ruins outside the school. We checked inside the one containing the doll thoroughly, but we hadn't found anything out of the ordinary. So we decided to look for another one. We'd seen 2 so far, so it stood to reason there might be more out there. At least that's what we thought. But here we are at the end of day 71 with nothing to show for ourselves. Even Takamaru went to admit defeat. Reluctantly, we both trudged back to the school. Hooray!
Get ready for, prepare to be ready to give your life.
More of the invader attacks happened the first thing in the morning, so this one was no exception. On the heels of the morning announcement, the alarm sounded. I hurried over to the war room to get ready. Come on, man, why are you always gonna be the last one to show up?
You were rather slow.
Yeah, what are you, a turtle? Or like a slug?
It's really something to be even later than me.
You guys have to destroy my self-esteem right before the battle.
Takumi, we should get going.
Right. Defensive battle initiates.
I don't want to fight.
Okay. Oh, God.
Oh man, this is so easy. I don't even, not even know what I tried drawing.
You guys want? Yeah. Then we take.
Yeah, we've been here before.
I don't want to fight.
Whew.
Not like this.
It's over? That was it? When things are
this easy, it feels like the floor is gonna be pulled out from under us any minute.
Ugh, don't be such a paranoid little pessimist. We had an easy win. That's a good thing.
I guess so. Good work, everyone.
I kind of wish it was always this easy.
Let's just take some time to enjoy and appreciate this victory.
Yeah, you're right.
We won, and that's what's important.
Thanks, everyone. You did a great job today.
Oh, Jesus. I must be out of it. Despite the relaxed mood, my thoughts were still racing. These invaders feel hatred and resentment towards us for killing them? Could those feelings be strong enough to linger even after death? Would they come back as vengeful ghosts? Could they even possess one of us? Hooray! Day 23. It was early before the morning announcement. I was waking up by Gaku calling me at the top of his voice.
Takumi, come quick, it's an emergency.
I had a very bad feeling about what that might mean. Who's dead today? Gaku took me to the classroom on the first floor. Everyone else was there too, just outside the classroom door. No way, we're missing someone. Don't tell me. With a lump on my throat, I charged forward into the classroom and saw exactly what I'd been afraid of.
Kurata.
When I came here this morning, I found her like this.
That mask that Kurara usually hid behind had been removed. Her face was deathly pale, and it was clear to everyone. She was gone. The blood on the floor is mostly dry too, so we can't bring her back.
Kurata. Damn it. Talk to me!
Hakemaru, don't. We're too late. She's dead.
Poor Kodaka. Why did this happen?
I'm not a victim. The curse is back.
Wait. Something doesn't make sense to me.
What's that?
Yuriko beckoned us back in the corridor.
She was killed on this classroom. A place none of us use most of the time. Gaku, you said you were the one who found her. What were you doing here? And so early in the morning. You're not suspecting him, are you? I'd like him to explain his behavior at least. It's not normal to go poking around in random rooms where this days even when it started.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't pin this on me. I was called here by her ghost.
Her ghost?
I was asleep just like normal when suddenly I started finding it hard to breathe. The next thing I knew, I was here. Must be Kurata's ghost guiding me so she could punish me for letting this happen.
Seriously, dude? You're still going on about that crap?
You guys are as bad as me. You're always shooting me down when I bring up ghosts, but you never come up with any other explanations.
Huh, maybe you got a point.
It's too much. How long are you gonna keep denying it? We've been cursed. By the Master Calamity, by Ava, by Kurara, probably a bunch of others too. Nothing weird that's happened is their fault. We need to exorcise them or we're done for.
I refuse to accept that way of thinking.
I'm not asking you. Takumi, you believe me, right? The curse is gonna get us all if we don't do something. We need an exorcism.
Don't be fooled, Takumi. There's a logical explanation for all of this. Holding silly rituals is only going to waste our time.
I think...
Do we trust Gaku or Hiriko? I mean, I know that there's sometimes a ghost. However, I'd rather eat a rock than side with Gaku, so... Plus we know it's that ghost is self-doubt anyway.
People who become ghosts when they die.
Become statistics.
Oh...
Huh?
We don't need an exorcism because there's no way Kurama would come back to haunt us from beyond the grave. There has to be an explanation for all of this, something that we're missing.
Has to be. You're not even fully convinced yourself. What's this explanation then? Why'd they all die? It wasn't that killed them.
I don't know yet, but I swear I'm gonna find the truth and explain everything.
I think that's enough discussion. It's time for you to back down, Gaku. And Takumi. Well done.
Sorry to make you worry. Anyway, we can't leave Kurama like this. Let's get her down and put her body to rest.
Of course. We can mourn for her properly once this is finally over.
We cut Kurama down and buried her next to our other fallen comrades. A storm of different emotions swirled inside and around me. Rage, sorrow, remorse. But one thing I wasn't feeling was doubt. It was like the miasma that had been weighing my thoughts down for so long had finally been dispelled. I got up, ate a quick breakfast, and went back to my room. I need to get my thoughts in order. Let's go over the incidents one more time. Yukama was killed in the bathroom. He was hanged and had his ankles slit open so he'd bleed out as well. We found Moko in the cafeteria where she'd been stabbed multiple times. He was stabbed too. His body was still inside the cage we'd locked him in. The cage was still locked when we found it too. Why'd the killer lock it behind them? Were he trying to create a locked room mystery? Why do that when all of Vima's injuries were very clearly pointed towards Mortar? Did he just want to mess with us? And finally, there's Kurama. She was hanged and bled out as well. Looking at the murders altogether, they fall into two pretty clear groups. Yukama and Kurama were hanged and had their ankles cut. Moko and Ima were stabbed. Why the two different MOs? And why cut their ankles? They drained their cryptoglobin so they couldn't be revived? That's what I thought at first, but just making sure the bodies wouldn't be found for a while would do that too. And this is really about making sure they couldn't come back. Killer could have easily just thrown them into the undying flames or something. That would get rid of the corpses and make the murder that much harder to trace back to them. Killer's been very careful about covering their tracks, except when it comes to the bodies themselves. Wouldn't it be more advantageous to hide them? And is it significant that those four are the ones who are targeted? Hiroko said the reason Keiko started killing people was because she opened the box. The box? This case really does hinge on that thing. I continued to puzzle over the details of the case long into the evening. Before I knew it, the sun had gone down, my room was cloaked in darkness. Still trying to reach an answer, I reluctantly crawled in the bed and soon drifted off.
Is it Showa because he can only reach their ankles?
Band out of troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 75th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your life to protect our beloved school
From the vile and barbaric enemy.
I think it was around here.
Oh, hello, Takumi.
Hiroko.
Are you feeling better now? Ready to actually solve this mystery?
Yeah. The question of ghosts and curses can wait. Right now we have to stop whoever it is that's trying to kill us.
Well said. If you hadn't shaped up, I might have to kill you and take over as leader myself.
I know I've been kind of useless lately and I'm sorry. Can't you ease up on me a little?
You came to your senses where it was too late, so I suppose it's alright. Just don't mess this up. Anyway, you came here. I assume you're looking for this.
Yeah, I thought that might be worth checking into again. That was what I did. I examined the box from every angle, in as much detail as I could. No new details jumped out at me, though. It was just a box. But then there was also the doll that had been inside it. Hiroko, you said Keiko probably started acting strange because she opened the box at the time, right?
Yes.
So she opened the box and something inside it made her want to start killing people.
I can't say for sure. I don't know that much about it myself.
I just know that in other timelines, she only became a murderer after opening it. My only guess is that the box was the cause of her behavior somehow.
If we assume it was, then that means whoever's behind all this also opened the box, right?
I wouldn't be so sure. Ema opened it, and he didn't turn into a serial killer.
Well, that's true, and I'm curious about the doll. Do you think the other box had something like this in it too?
Who knows? Our Sekomar was on the right track when he said we needed to find another one of things has.
And there's one more thing I don't understand. Why was this box in the cafeteria when I found Moko's body? We are going to discuss some things some more. And statistics, what the fuck? And threw around a couple of theories. We didn't come to anything conclusive, though. Our 75th day at Last Defense Academy due to close. Our heads still filled with confusion and unanswered questions. Oh my god. On day 76, I spent most of that day mulling things over. I walked around school looking for clues, too. We examined all the crime scenes so we could find something I missed the first time around. My search didn't yield any results, though, and all too soon, the day was almost over.
Heady, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
The nighttime announcement played like usual, and then he appeared.
Hello. It's been a while. I think I finally have something to report.
What is it?
Before I tell you, I'd like you to get your thoughts on what's been happening here.
Okay, but I haven't really come up with anything definite yet. I proceeded to tell the ghost boy everything I'd managed to figure out so far.
I see. Keiko changed because of a strange box, and now you need another one to move things forward. In that case, I think you'll find what I have to say helpful.
Really? What'd you find out?
Well, most importantly, there seems to be a legend regarding the Box of Blessings in Invader Society. Supposedly, there are 7 of them scattered throughout the world, and anyone who finds one will find happiness.
So what Ava said was true?
I don't think so. There's also a corresponding legend about the Box of Calamity. This was mentioned in even older sources. They say there was a total of 6 boxes throughout the world.
So what does that mean?
Both of the legends seem legitimate, but there's one other important detail. Apparently, Box of Blessing and Box of Calamity look almost the same. Patterns on the boxes are also the same, but their number of symbols are different. So at first glance, one likely won't be able to tell if a box of Blessings or Calamity.
It had a particular design on it. In your culture, I think you call it a moon. Yes, it was a little wooden box adorned with a moon design.
Pretty sure that Eva mentioned the Box of Blessings had a moon design on it.
That's right. But the same is also true for a Box of Calamity. However, it seems that the Boxes of Calamity have a certain order to the number of moons. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about that order. In any case, I think Ava intentionally said nothing about the existence of the Boxes of Calamity. As I said before, Box of Blessings and Box of Calamity bear a striking similarity. If anyone were to find a box and not be aware of the Box of Calamity, the person would be certain it was a Box of Blessings and open it without hesitation. Be right back. I'm so eepy sleepy today. So eepy sleepy, I forgot my phone. Oh god. Come on. Flip. There we go. Stream manager. Hope nobody was watching. Or if they were, they didn't mind not being noticed. Supposing it was a box of calamity in which a wraith was sealed. So that was Ava's goal. I believe she planned to let you guys open the box of calamity in order to wipe out the special defense units.
And you came up with that plan so quickly.
The point is, this wraith is something Ava genuinely thought could do us harm.
It's not something abstract like bad luck, but a genuine, tangible threat.
The box Keiko opened at the shrine, the one you found in the cafeteria. If we count those as two separate ones, there's still 4 boxes of calamity out there somewhere. If we can find one, we might be able to figure out what happened to Keiko.
You're right. We thought so too, but this confirms it. Thank you.
Was I able to help you out a little? I'm glad.
With a smile, the ghost boy faded away. Finally, we had some new, definite information. I was so excited that night I could barely sleep at all.
77.
Burn out of troops. Get ready for prepare to spend. Be ready to give your life.
After breakfast, I repeated everything the ghost boy had told me the night before to everyone in the cafeteria. Gotcha! That makes things a lot more simple. We just gotta find the box and that'll show us the bastard who started this whole mess, right?
Whether or not it'll get us that far, it's certainly a solid lead at least. And on top of that, knowing that there are other boxes is pretty big. That means we should be able to find them if we look for them. So, how do we do that? If I knew the box's scents, I'd try and sniff them with my unsightly pig snouts.
Hey, count me out. Those boxes will curse us if we open them, won't they? Hard pass.
No one said a word about any curses.
So, you think you know what'll happen if you open them?
True. I don't. We still have to find them. Why don't we all go look for them together? But wouldn't it be dangerous to leave a school mostly empty?
Yeah, maybe we should just stick to a group of 3. I'll go on my own. Takamaru. It's like I told you before. Right now ain't the time to hold back here. The only choice we got is to split up and search.
What, and leave the school empty? I don't know about that.
Until we find those boxes. We'll keep getting picked off until we're wiped out. We gotta do this together and make sure to find him as fast as possible. You get that?
But still.
I told you, you can count me out.
Calm down, Takamaru. Whatever, I'm going. Now bring home a box. Split the rest of the work however you like. Hey, Takamaru, wait!
Let him go. He's not the kind to let himself get killed. Even so, what was wrong with him? It's not like him to be so reckless.
A thug doesn't like to be reckless. What do you even call that?
Maybe he's thinking about Karara's death. About Karara? Takamaru said that searching for the box before she died, right? If you'd found a box then, their fair bit of mystery would have been solved and Karara may not have died. The thought makes him feel responsible for it. The arrogance, putting that much aim on himself. He's such a beautiful, gentle soul.
In any case, here I go and I'll search for the boxes. So I guess that makes 3 of us if we got Takamaru taking off on his own.
Okay, we're counting on you.
Oh my god. And now, our search for the boxes had begun. Again! But no matter how many times we tried, over and over and over, our searches always came up empty. Hiroko and I suddenly made our way back to the school. We started searching for the box with renewed vigor, but to no avail. After all this time, going back empty-handed, it never got any less disappointing. It was like we were cursed. Not literally, of course. Oh my god. Fix the chair. And unbeknownst to me, there was another misfortune waiting to befall us. I would hear about it from Nozomi the next morning.
What? Takimaru still hasn't come back?
No. He went off on his own yesterday morning and no one's seen him since. Could something have happened to him out there?
Come on, it's Takamaru we're talking about. He can handle himself.
See, this is why I said we shouldn't act alone anymore. We're gonna get picked off like victims in a horror movie. If you're in a horror movie, I think you'd be the third one to be killed off. Shut up, you're just gonna jinx it. You don't think the invaders got the jump on him, do you?
Or he could have fallen off of a cliff and broken his leg, and now he can't move.
That sounds scarily plausible.
So now we have to search for him as well. How exasperating. Nozomi, did Takamaru mention which direction he was going on in when you saw him yesterday?
I think he said he was going to explore the art gallery ruins.
The art gallery, huh? Hiroko and I paired up for the day to search the cavernous building we side. It was once some kind of art gallery. There's a lot of ground to cover, and by the end of the day, still no sign of Takamaru. Maybe he made it back on his own while we were out here. We can only hope so. It's getting late. We should get back ourselves.
What the fuck is this? Oh, gross.
It was already dark by the time we got back to the school. Those were the courtyard when we arrived, waiting for us. Is Takamaru?
The four of them shook their heads.
No. He's still not back.
What could have happened to him?
I'm telling you guys, it's the curse. That's the only explanation that makes sense.
I didn't say anything. Not because I thought Gaku was right, of course. I just no longer had the energy to argue at this point with him.
Day 4.
All through day 82 and 83, Hiroko and I kept up our search for Takamaru. The same one for today, day 84. No matter how hard we looked, though, we never found a single clue to our friend's whereabouts. We started back to the school that night, more disheartened than ever. As usual, we asked the others if they already knew when we returned. Look at their faces was enough to answer that question. But then something new happened. I heard a noise behind me. Footsteps. I took a deep breath and turned around. And standing there before me was Takamaru!
Takamaru! I don't believe it.
No way. You actually made it back?
Takamaru!
Where the heck have you been?
You were so worried. I'm glad you're back, though. Losing another fighter would have been an inconvenience. Takamaru?
Yeah, what's up?
Takamaru, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't I look fine?
No, not even a little.
Are you hurt anywhere? Do you need to go to the infirmary?
Of course not. I'm telling you, I'm fine. Takamaru walked past us, heading toward the dorms. We turned to watch him go.
Ooh.
Takimaru, what happened to your back?
My back? Oh, this? It's nothing. I fell.
I find it hard to believe a simple fall could cause injuries like that.
think so.
Is that all you've got to say?
You need to get those wounds treated. Doesn't it hurt?
No, I'm afraid not.
Not really. Anyway, you guys mind giving me some space? I'm beat. I want to go get some rest.
Takamaru, man, moving again and disappeared into his room.
What is that about? I'm glad he's back and all, but he's acting weird. Is he really okay? Maybe he's just tired. He'll be fine once he gets more rest, right?
If no one spoke up to answer that question, so we have to find out for ourselves.
Band out of troops! Get ready for your 85th day! Now then, you only have 15. Everything hinges on all of you. Long live humanity! And long live the Special Defense Unit! Long live Last Defense Academy!
How did you like your breakfast, Takamaru? Was it good?
Yeah, I guess. Takamaru, how about you and me do some training today? Yeah, I guess.
Takamaru's are cool if I punch you right in the face.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so he is not okay.
Takamaru showed his back earlier. His wounds are completely healed. I was still worried. Hiroko, I think we should call it for a search of the box for now. And with Takamaru in this condition and all.
I understand. There's one last place I'd like to try first.
Have you got some kind of hunch?
Yes, I just thought of it this morning. I want to at least check it out before we take any breaks.
It's hard to tell with all these rubble, but this is where we found the shrine, isn't it?
Yes, this might not be the place where This might very well be the place where Keiko first opened the box. I should thank you for telling me about the old invader legends. When I heard those, I got to thinking. The threat of the boxes of Calamity was serious enough that the invader saw a need to pass those stories on to later generations.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why the legends are still around today.
Not in the case.
Maybe there's a warning where the box was kept too.
It's not a sure thing, but it's worth checking.
I think you're right. I just hope we find something this time. Hiroko and I went to work sifting through the rubble when it was once the shrine grounds. And eventually... Here, I found a scroll!
Good job. If it was kept here, there's a good chance it has some information we can use.
I undid the string and unfurled the roll. It was packed with strange writing I couldn't understand, although it did look a little familiar.
Good thing we know someone who can read this.
Yeah, let's go ask him.
I see.
Did you find out anything new?
Sort of. This is definitely a document about the Box of Calamity. I'm sure of that much, but...
But what?
That's not the air voice. It's written in code.
In code?
Yes, it's been deliberately made more complicated and difficult than to read. If they want all that... If there was all the trouble to keep this information secret, it must be important. It probably will take me several days to completely decipher it, though. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. We know you're going to be doing your best.
That said, the faster you finish, the better.
Hiroko!
I understand. I'll get it done as fast as I can.
Thank you.
We'll leave it with you then.
This is progress, right?
Can't say for sure until the scroll's deciphered. At the very least, it does feel like we have a chance to move forward right now.
It's all thanks to you, Hiroko.
I
didn't really... Oh?
What's the problem?
I saw something streak across the sky just now.
Huh? It's one of those shooting star things?
Perhaps. Just come before I really knew what I was looking at.
So, are we still taking a break or looking for the box?
I don't think searching blind will do us any good. Let's wait and see what the scroll says.
We were going with our separate ways and return to our rooms. I had a feeling that I was going to sleep well tonight for the first time, what felt like a long time. I'm pretty tired of the last 2 days, because the time I woke up, the sky was already sinking below the horizon. Your guy did manage to tell me about a scroll he found, though. Just like that, night fell. The day was at an end. Whew. Just as I was settling in for an early night, I heard it.
Okay, is this one real?
That's Gaku's voice! I feel at the door like a bullet from a gun. That was a scream I heard. On the roof I saw Hiroko, Shoma, Tsubasa, and Nozomi. Looked around from the darkness as it appeared.
Uh-oh! I think Takamaru might have opened a box.
What is this?
Happening? No way! Quiet. Don't talk. Just get your information. You idiot!
He's looking right at me!
Shit.
Takamaru charged him in a bizarre manner, clawing his way there on hands and feet. Shoma ran right into me first, and Hiroko, trying to escape, and knocking us both off balance. Because of that, the one who ended up shoved to the front of the pack was Tsubasa.
Move, Tsubasa!
I frantically pushed toward the front, but I couldn't make it in time. Takamaru ferociously charged towards Tsubasa.
I'm sorry, Takamaru.
And in the next instant...
What was Takamaru's body just blew up?
Tsubasa? Did you?
Yeah. I blew him up.
You? But how?
With this.
A remote control?
I made it from Siri and Miko's disassembled bodies. This remote has a switch to activate the bombs implanted in our bodies. I made it without knowing if I'd ever need it. But I never imagined I'd have to use it. Like this.
And you walk around with something like that on you?
Then perhaps the most dangerous one among us is Tsubasa.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Takamaru, I'm sorry.
Wait, what about Gaku? We rushed over to the fallen Gaku to check his condition, and we knew immediately that he'd lost too much blood to be revived. Shit! Now even Gaku!
Hey, what do you suppose that is?
What? Hiroko was staring at Takamaru's body, or rather what was left of his head. My eyes followed her gaze. There, nestled amongst the gray matter among the strewn bits of flesh, I saw what she was talking about. Whoa! Gnarly!
What is that?
It's moving. Does that mean it's alive?
I can only guess that it was inside Takamaru's head. And that would explain why he acted the way he did.
So, it's some kind of parasite?
We can't say for sure.
Maybe everything that's happened up until now is because of that.
But why was it in Takamaru's head?
It could have possessed him while he was out searching.
We still don't know anything for certain. Except for one thing. We can't let it live. So,
With that, Hiroko marched over the strange creature and stomped on it with all her might. The creature let out an eerie death cry, and before long, it stopped moving.
Day 87.
Burn out of troops!
Time to rise and shine.
Get ready for your 87th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and
Suffering the insufferable before you relay for humanity's future greatness.
Be ready to give your...
Our team's certainly looking a lot smaller now. You don't have to be so mean about it. I'm just stating the truth. And honestly, I'm ashamed that I've allowed the killer to run free for so long. We stopped Takamaru, or whatever was possessing him at least. That doesn't mean that this is over. Takamaru only started acting strangely on day 84. Before that, he never displayed any unusual behavior. If you're behind the other murders, it wouldn't make sense for him to start breaking down all of a sudden. Furthermore, he used sheer brute force. It was nothing like the other methods of killing we've seen so far. Are you saying what I think you're saying? I'm still not 100% certain. We'll come back to this later. The scroll we found should give us some answers. There's no use speculating about it now. Either way, I think it's too soon to say that the killer is finally out of the picture.
Hey, Hiroko, why'd you ask us to meet up in the courtyard anyway?
Because we're about to get a visitor.
Visitor? Takumi, a visitor?
We all followed Hiroko's gaze. Sure enough, there was an indistinct figure in the distance getting closer and closer.
Oh! Alright.
A commander?
But you said Vex was the only one left.
But you said Vexus is the only one left, Takumi.
I thought she was. I've never seen this guy before.
There aren't many other invaders around either.
Here, go. How did you know he was coming?
Gwyn's intuition.
For real?
Just get ready. We need to fight him.
Rallying together, Hiroko handed us our infusers, which she just so happened to have brought along.
I want to see our little skeleton crew real quick, so... So few of us.
Keep up the good work.
Hooray! Okay.
Get ready, prepare, just be ready to give your life.
So why you call us all together? Did you learn something new?
Yes. I finished deciphering the scroll you brought me.
Really? Wow, good job getting it done so fast.
If you want us all to present for us, I'm assuming it has something to do with the other instance as well. I think so. I'll do my best to explain everything. This could take a while, so I'd be grateful if you could hold any questions until the end. Let's just save. We won't get anywhere if we have to stop and discuss everything. That seems strange. Also, it was quite an old document, but I wasn't able to preserve the archaic feel of the language in my translation.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't think we really need that. Please, just tell us what it says.
Okay, here I go. The scroll contained a legend passed down in this religion about a certain life form. They arrived on the planet a long time ago inside a flaming meteor. It crashed near a small village, and all the villagers came to investigate it. At the crash site, they found two gleaming, opalescent orbs. The villagers considered these a gift from God. They took them back to the village and enshrined them. Sometime later, the priestess in charge of the shrine began acting strangely. It was as if she was possessed by something. After the night, she would go into a violent rage, killing her fellow villagers. Not only that, her victims rose from the dead and joined her in her killing spree. The massacre went on until the village was almost completely wiped out. Only a single solitary child remained. The child ran to the neighboring village, begging for their help. People took up arms and marched to the village where the mad recess dwelt. None of them returned alive. In fact, they returned as possessed walking corpses, attacking both their own village and others nearby, adding to the body count even more. The destruction spread like a plague until word reached the capital. Authorities dispatched seasoned warriors who made short work of the inexperienced villagers. During this campaign, a possessed living person and a possessed corpse were captured and brought back to the capital. There, they were dissected and analyzed by high-ranking holy men. They were surprised to find a strange creature living inside the heads of the possessed. Government officials and minister called for the extermination of these repulsive beasts. But the holy men saw things differently. These creatures have brought calamity on us, that much is true. They've taken control of villages, both living and dead, and driven them to do horrible things. But these too are God's creations. They may have been sent here as a divine punishment for our impious ways. Killing them would constitute crime against the Almighty. The matter was brought forth before the Emperor, who allowed the creatures to live. He also ordered that their biology be investigated further to prevent similar tragedies and explore the possibility of using them to the nation's advantage. Thus, the two creatures were spared and came to be known as Gi, based on the peculiar screeching sound they made. By the time the government's research bore fruit, the Gi numbered 64 in total. But it was felt that having too many of them around would be likely to result in another tragedy. The researchers carried out a cull, leaving only 6 alive, each of them which was sealed away inside a small box. The boxes were enshrined in different locations all across the land. That's more or less the chronology of the events described in the scroll.
Gee, is that what the thing we saw was?
Something that possesses people and drives them to kill. It fits the description. The boxes were sealed... The boxes they were sealed in must be the boxes of Calamity, alright? Do you have any other information about these creatures? Just a moment. Apart from the initial episode with the Gi, the scroll also recorded what the people of that time learned from their research. I'll take you through the main points. Gi are parasitic creatures with a societal structure based around multiple males serving a small number of egg-laying queens. Both males and females can control other organisms, but females exclusively possess meat-eating creatures, never herbivores. And the males can't possess living animals at all. They attach themselves to corpses. This next part pertains to the Gi queens. When the queen finds a suitable host, it uses its tentacles to enter it through the mouth. From there, it travels through the nasal cavity and into the brain. Once it settles in, it can no longer switch to another host. The queen extends its tentacles in the host's brain's tissue, allowing it to influence their behavior. It can even access the host's knowledge and memories to some extent. On their own, Gi are simple creatures, but bonding with another creature lets them considerably augment their intelligence. The queen's goal is to provide corpses for other queens to lay eggs in, producing more males. In other words, the killing spree that Gi hosts go on is to create a suitable breeding ground. The more corpses, the more eggs the queens can lay, the more males they'll have to serve them. They can keep this up generation after generation in an endless cycle of killing. Now, they're about the Gi males. When eggs-laying corpses hatch, the male larvae emerge. Each of them seeks out another corpse and attaches themselves to its brain. Crawling over it allows them to stimulate the nervous system and reanimate their host. But of course, once they have a host, they make it kill other creatures to create more breeding grounds. In that sense, they're just like the queens. They kill endlessly and indiscriminately. The main difference is that males can't control their hosts for very long. They're possessing corpses, after all, creatures that are already dead and decaying. The larvae then become pupae and leave their hosts once they reach full maturity. Because they resemble flying insects, they inevitably get eaten by small animals like frogs and birds. Once they reach the stomach, they release sperm into it. Gi sperm is incredibly resilient and won't be killed or dissolved by stomach acid. Then those birds and frogs are eaten by the queen's host. In this way, it gains... So that's what was going on with the Zomi, because she mentioned wanting to eat a frog. In this way, it gains access to the sperm and is able to fertilize its eggs. This is also the time that it lays an egg that will hatch into the next queen. Finally, the queen enters its spawning phase. It leaves its host's body, killing them. It spends its last moment of life desperately laying male eggs in the corpses prepared for it by the males and other queens. It does this over and over again until it's used all the strength and dies. Eventually, the egg it left behind in its previous host hatches into a new queen. That queen seeks out a new host, enters through the mouth, and takes over its brain. And the cycle begins anew. That's all I was able to find out.
That was totally gross. Just hearing about it made me feel queasy.
Gay parasites, huh?
It would explain everything that's happened, wouldn't it?
At the very least, nothing in this document contradicts what we've experienced.
Wait, I'm still confused. This is a lot to take in at once.
It would help if I recapped it. Gay queens possess their organisms and make them kill. Other queens then lay eggs in their corpses. Gay males only possess corpses. They also drive their hosts to kill, but they can't control them for as long. Queens are able to access the memories and knowledge of their hosts. Once a queen bones with a host, it stays with it for nearly the rest of its life. Those are basically all the important points.
I guess we know what's inside the box of calamity now.
So then, Takamaru got possessed by one of these things and it made him carry out all of those murders?
No, we found out when he examined his body. The parasite hadn't been inside him for all that long. Only a few days. Since day 80 at the earliest. But then, that can only mean one thing.
Yes, it's the only explanation. One of us is still possessed by a Gi parasite. We'll have to come up with a plan of action. First of all...
Wait a minute!
What's wrong, Takumi?
We only just found out about these key things exist. I don't think any of us have fully processed the information, not even you. We're all shaken. We're all confused. If we gotta discuss things as they are now, then we're just going to go around in circles. I say we call it a day here. Even if one of us is possessed by a Gi, that means the other three are still our friends. If we start getting paranoid and accusing each other, the Special Defense Unit could fall completely apart.
You're far too soft-hearted as usual. But with so few of us left, I suppose unity is going to be important.
Let's all agree to keep our distances from each other for today. If anyone tries to get close to you, scream. In the meantime, think over everything that's happened and what we can do from here. Can you all do that for me?
Right. I understand. In that case, I'm gonna grab some food and hole up in my room for the day.
Thanks for all your help in the scroll. I think we finally have a chance at catching the killer now.
I'm glad I could help. I'll try to keep an eye out for any potential danger, too.
Thanks. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. The meeting broke up and we all went our separate ways. Special defense here, it's down to just me, Hiriko, Nozomi, Tsubasa, and Shoma. Is one of them really harboring a key? If they are, then which one of them is it?
Burn out of troops, time to rise and shine! Wowee! The time, humanity, it's been a long in 10 days. Well then.
Oh, Bill, hold on, guys.
Report. Spam, scam. Viewbot, scam. There we go.
I think sleeping on the problem has helped me come to terms with some stuff. Let's assume one of us really does have a key parasite and is killing everyone else. If that's the case, what still needs to be explained? First of all, why was Ima's cage locked when we found his body? And why have there been two distinct methods in using the murders? We learned about it in the we learned about the key yesterday helps, but it still doesn't answer all our questions. Also, whatever happened to that box I found in the courtyard? I never really found out whether it was another box of calamity. Could have just been some kind of hallucination. I hope that's all it was anyway. It's probably better to put that issue back on the back burner now. It really just leaves one last question.
Who done it?
I put it over here, right? Yeah, this still doesn't make sense to me. Why was there a doll inside that box of calamity? The scroll didn't mention anything about this. It's not an old doll either. You can tell just by looking at it. Somebody put it in there more recently. If that person's not already dead, then...
Oh, morning, Takumi.
Hi, Tsubasa.
Today's a new day, so it's cool if we talk now, right?
Yeah, I think we've calmed down enough.
So, what are you doing in here?
I've been looking at this, actually. I gave Tsubasa a quick recap of my experience with the box. Well, I thought of it. I brought the thing here after what happened with Ima and mostly forgot about it. There was so much going on, I never really brought it up there with anyone afterward.
Oh, right. I kind of remember you mentioning at the time. Is that box, huh?
After what I learned last night, the doll being in there seems even weirder to me. Just coming here and staring at it isn't going to teach me anything new, though.
Oh! Wait a minute, Takumi. Maybe it will.
Oh, what do you mean?
The inside of that box was covered with blood. Has anyone touched it since then apart from you, Hiriko, and Ima?
Not as far as I know.
I still have Siri and Nacho's remains lying around, and they're full of high-tech equipment. If I purpose their eyes and stuff, I can probably rig together some kind of fingerprint recognition device. By analyzing the bloodstains that were there to begin with, we can at least figure out if whoever put the doll in there left any traces behind.
You could do that? If someone tampered with this box where we got a hold of it, and they left traces that can be used to identify them. That could tell us who the killer is.
Right! Come on, let's do it! Can you give me a hand taking Siri and Nacho apart?
Of course!
91.
So Tsubasa's going to be working on a device, and I'll be on guard duty.
A fingerprint recognition device! That sounds so cool!
Once it's done, we should make considerable progress in our investigation. If I'd known Sirius parts would become so useful, I'd have destroyed him myself a lot quicker.
I think that could have led to a whole different set of problems.
It would have been fine. We had a spare.
It would have...
Don't say that. Nacho is more than just a spare. Anyways, was it okay for you to tell us that's what she's working on? I mean, if the killer really is one of us, then they know all about it now.
Don't worry, Tsubasa agreed to it. I'll be keeping watch here the whole time, so if the killer tries anything, they'll just risk exposing themselves unnecessarily.
Yeah, I can just imagine Zakui being all, "What are you doing sneaking around? You're the killer, aren't you?" It should only take me a day or two, so everything should be fine.
That's so. I'd like you all to stay away from the garage until Tsubasa's finished. If I catch you trying to interfere, that's as good as a confession.
Alright, we'll leave you two alone then.
Wait, I actually came up with a good idea myself. Before we go, will you hear me out?
A good idea?
Yes, one's practically guaranteed to catch the killer. The fingerprint recognition device kind of makes us redundant, but I want to suggest it anyway.
I guess there's a chance the device won't turn up any useful results? Go, okay, let's hear it.
Well, why don't you all just die? Huh? Wait, let me explain. I don't mean it like that, you know? I mean, all of you can be revived and reconstructed when you die. What do you think would happen if the person with the key inside them died?
They'd be revived like normal, but without the parasites.
Then we really wouldn't have to investigate it any further. But don't get me wrong, dying is still scary to me, but these are extreme circumstances and all.
So, should we come up with a way for us to all kill each other at once?
No, we can't do that. This plan won't work the way you think it will.
Oh, are you sure about that?
First of all, the idea that Revival-matic would bring us back without the Gi is speculation on Nozomi's part.
But it makes sense. It's designed to bring us back, not any parasites that are attached to us.
The machine always uses our most up-to-date records for the revival process. That's why none of us ever came back with longer or shorter hair than when we died. If any of us change our hairstyle, it would revive us with that new style too.
So, the most recent record includes you having a Gi parasite. Revive the parasite as well. Is that what you're saying?
I believe that's how it would work, yes.
I wish you could check to make sure, but Cyril's probably the only one who really knew how it worked.
How irresponsible of him to die while he could still be useful to us.
Weren't you the one who said he was more useful dead just a while back?
Alright, but even if that is how it works, we can still find the Gi inside the killer's body. If we take it in turns and examine each person's brain before reviving them, couldn't we find out that way? I don't really want to be cracking these skulls open.
Interesting idea, but presents the problem of who to kill first.
Is that a problem? Can't we just decide randomly?
And what if the first person we killed doesn't have a Gi in them? Until they're revived, that would leave 3 of us alone with a Gi host. When we fought Takomaru, the parasite had made him abnormally strong. They probably ignore their host's pain and push their bodies through normal limits. If one of them attacked 3 of us, there's no guarantee we come out on top.
If we lose one, that's it. It's all over.
Exactly. We can't afford to take unnecessary risks at this point. It's a sound plan, Nozomi. If we hadn't lost so many people already, it might have been worth trying.
Right. I guess we'll wait for the fingerprint recognition device then. God, really nice bait and switch for someone who's seen that Nozomi has gone fucking nuts in the other timelines. We're counting on you, Tsubasa. Right. No pressure, huh? Anyway, I'll get it done as fast as I can. 2 days tops.
Alright.
Takumi! I did it! I found out whose fingerprints were inside the box!
Whoa, you finished the device? And you figured out already? I thought it was going to take you a couple of days. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I checked over the box with you.
Well, you know, there was still a chance he might have been the one with the parasite. I have inflated my estimate so I could finish and check on my own, just in case. If it turned out it was only your fingerprints in the box, I'd have time to get away before you tried to take me out.
You have a frighteningly active imagination sometimes. Anyway, that's not important right now. You found fingerprints, right?
Yeah, they're right in the blood itself. They must have been left there before it dried. That means the owner of those prints touched the box before you found it.
Come on, who was it?
It was...
Shoma. You're the one possessed by the Gi parasite.
Wow, okay.
No way! Shoma? Takumi? Shoma?
Are you sure about this?
You can come to the garage and see the results for yourself if you want. The fingerprints inside the box are Shoma's. You can tell even with the naked eye.
I'll look into that later. For now, I'll take your word for it. Shoma, what do you have to say about all this?
Answer us, Shoma!
Shoma!
You.
That's right. It was me. I killed them all.
There is a voice inside my head telling me to kill. So you see, you've got to forgive me. It wasn't my fault. It was all that voice. It must have been the key. It made me do this.
It's not my fault. It's not.
Are you kidding me?
There's no way we're letting you off that easy. You're the killer here. There's no doubt about it. We've got proof and everything. Just how long have you been picking us off like this?
Pretty much the whole time. It all started on day 26. I went exploring the ruins and found a strange little box. I opened it up and there was the key. I brought it back to the school with me, box and all. Don't ask me why. I was probably already under its control by then. First of all, I killed Yugamu. It was so easy. No one was near as careful as they are now. I am on the back of the head, and that was that. Moko's murder went pretty much the same. I just had to tell her, I think I found the box. Will you come open it with me? She was happy to come along and protect me from whatever was inside. I'd already put the doll in there. It was something to surprise her and take the attention away from me. Once she dropped her guard, I stabbed her in the back. But then I messed up. I heard his footsteps coming toward the cafeteria and panicked. It turns out that was you, Takumi. I was in such a hurry to get away, I left the box behind. After that, well, you know the rest. The other murders were more or less the same. No new tricks or gimmicks.
So you admit that it was all you?
Of course. Why would I be telling you all this?
I see. We'll have to restrain you while we decide what to do with you. I'd recommend you come quietly. There, that should do it.
You're all so mean. Do you have to tie me up so tight? It hurts. All I wanted was to kill each and every one of you.
Shoma! Why? Shoma, do you mind answering a few questions?
I've told you enough already. Just leave me alone.
How did you kill Ima without unlocking his cage? Why did you hang some of your victims and stab the others? Why did you choose those 4 as your first victims?
I don't know. I just did what the Gi told me. It made me do it. Maybe the Gi just picked its targets instinctively.
What about destroying Sirei and Nigo? That had nothing to do with the impulse to create corpses. It was a far more calculated move. Did the Gi tell you to do that as well?
Yes, that's right. I did it all because of the Gi. It was controlling me the whole time.
Then how did you get inside Ima's cage?
I had a spare key. I found it by chance and used it to open the cage and kill him.
Why does it feel like he's not saying something?
When I was done, I threw it into the undying flames.
I see. Thank you.
What'd you guys think of what Shoma said just now? He is the one who did it, right? It's all over now?
He has Nozomi's an accomplice. There's Tuki. There's no doubting that Shoma is involved in some way. Restraining him will reduce the chances of further incidents for now. I don't think we should rest easy just yet, though.
We left Shoma tied up in the parking lot. He couldn't possibly get out on his own. We caught the killer, so why do I still feel so uneasy?
Up and at 'em, troops! The goal. When all you'll be honored. Now get out there!
Why the long face, Takumi? We finally caught the killer. You could act a little happier.
There's no way I can be happy about this. You get that, don't you?
Yeah, it doesn't feel as satisfying as I'd hoped. But worrying about it won't help us now. We've got more important things to think about.
Right, we still need a strategy to deal with Delcia. The words were barely out of my mouth when the alarm sounded.
Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated. All of it.
Damn it, he's here already.
Come on, Takumi. We have to hurry.
Right.
Anyway, I actually do need to quickly grab a snack, so I'll just use this chance since it's about to be a battle. Alright, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's keep this up.
You brought friends with you this time. That woman? Do you mean Vashnas?
Okay, here goes.
Alright.
There. That's all of the cannon fodder dealt with. Now, just the old man.
Then let's finish this.
How trifling and lukewarm. Is that all you've got? Hesitation, fear, sadness. They show in your every move.
We're doing everything we can. You can't just insult us.
How regretful that I was dragged into such a trifling battle. Just what is the value of a battle that ends without seeing the entirety of the opponent's might? Enough. I'll dispatch all of... So, it's you.
Huh? He stopped moving? Isn't this our It's like someone is...
What? I said I will leave. Whether I kill you or you kill me. It seems the death I seek is not here. I've lost interest.
You're abandoning the battle?
This should be preferable for you. You cannot beat her.
Yep, it was Dr. Cook's leave. He didn't mention about coming back. Whatever. Morning. Made through yesterday's defensive battle in a sense. It was more like Dalshia spared us again. I still have no idea why. None of this makes sense. It made him give up and leave so suddenly. You shouldn't overthink it, Tsukumi. Year ago. It's true we didn't defeat that commander through strength or skill. Just think of it as a stroke of good luck instead. What about Vashnas? She's even stronger than Dalshia. Good luck won't help us against her. If she really is that much stronger, then training won't help either. I've thought some strategies that may be effective, but we can talk about that later. There's something else I'd like to clear up first. Will you help me? Sure, I guess. What is it? While things are still quiet, I want to see if Shoma's been lying to us. I'm all for fact-checking Shoma's story, but how are you supposed to do that? It's simple enough. We're going to look around inside the wall of fire. Inside the wall? The fire extinguishers can only put out a little bit at a time. It also means the ground around that area is exposed until the flames come back. Time enough to check the ground for any stray items. We're really doing this? It's our only choice if we want to know whether Shoma was telling the truth or not. The undying flames only burn organic matter. If Shoma really did toss a spare tea in them, it would still be here now, complete and undamaged. Okay, it'll be a lot of work, but I guess it's worth it. I wouldn't want to leave you to do it on your own either. I'm glad you understand. Now we have lots of ground to cover, so let's get started. Yuriko and I spent the rest of the day making our slow, methodical way around the wall. It's not exactly groundless work, but it was the only thing we can do right now. Better give it my all.
It's time to the goal. When all this is over, you'll be honored. Now get out there.
The fire extinguishers are broken.
Not exactly broken. It's more that it needs some cooldown time. All that walking around and putting out flames, I say really did a number on them. They were never intended to be used this frequently over such a short period. This is unfortunate. Is it though? We pretty much know that Shoma was the killer now. Takumi said you guys were looking for the spare key to prove it, but is that really worth the risk at this point?
Honestly, probably not. It still bothers me. I just can't let this go.
Alright then. I'll do some maintenance on the extinguishers for you. I'll try to have them ready to use again by tomorrow.
That's not another inflated estimate, is it?
I've got no reason to lie to you now. Okay guys, take these back to the garage for me.
Sierra and Nacho. Since when were they operational again?
Truly just their outer shells. I figured I could fix them up enough for them to be useful again, so I gave it a try. Their personalities are gone, but they can follow simple instructions. It makes lugging stuff around a lot easier.
Can you really just fix up crazy advanced technology like this?
Anyway, you two should get some rest. You look exhausted.
It would take more than this to tire me out. But if we can't use the fire extinguishers today, I suppose it's best to rest up instead.
Sure thing, just tell me what to do.
Alright.
I woke up from a light sleep, aware of a noise somewhere nearby. What time is it? I checked my clock. It was already day 99, although the morning announcement I hadn't played yet. I hadn't slept very well that night. Why did I wake up so suddenly? That's right, I heard a noise. It sounded like a door opening. I jumped out of bed and rushed to the door. My heart was pounding, a vague sense of dread catching in my throat. I was really hoping I was just hearing things, but when I looked around, Hiroko's door is open. I don't see Hiroko anywhere, though. Does that mean she wasn't the one who opened it? Who did then? What's going on? Hiroko? Hiroko, I'm coming in, okay? Hiroko? Hello? Are you awake? Please tell me if you're... What the... The doll was moving. It was moving like it was actually alive. It was holding a knife.
No time to stand around.
Take this! I scrambled for it and kicked the doll right in the abdomen. It went flying like a soccer ball and smashed through the window.
What? Who's there?
Yuriko, I need you to come with me. I found the real killer.
The real killer.
It's the doll! The doll we found in the box was behind it all. Damn it, where'd it go? The rooftop was dark with way too many places to hide. A doll that size could be anywhere, lurking in the shadows just out of view. Where is it? It can't have gotten this far away already. What? Where did you... I never saw it coming. By the time I noticed, it was right on top of me. Oh!
Now it's a close one, wouldn't you say?
Hiroko, thanks, you saved me.
You did the same for me a minute ago. I didn't think I'd get to pay you back so soon.
It's over even then?
I wouldn't say that. You still need to make up for barging into my room.
I do!
I'm kidding. Come on, let's take a look at that thing. So that's what a gi looks like, huh?
You split wide open. I thought it was just a regular doll, but what's this inside?
Looks like a rotten corpse to me. Not a human one, of course. Some kind of small animal. And here inside the head, recognize this?
It's a gi.
Probably not.
Not a queen. I guess it's one of the males, still in its larval state.
These things really creep me out. Let's finish it off quick.
I don't get it. Why would a dead animal be inside a doll? And one with a gi inside it too. I guess this explains how Nemo was killed from inside his cage, though. Something this size could have slipped through the bars without needing to open the door.
This raises a whole new set of issues. We know there was a key inside that box to begin with, either a male or a queen. You killed a male just now. Males are only born when the queen lays its eggs. It can't just create males on its own. Do you understand what this means?
If it was this male key inside the box that Shoma opened, he was never really possessed.
Let's go see what he has to say about this. That's interesting.
Shoma, we have some questions for you.
What is it now? It's so early. Besides, I told you everything already. I've got nothing more to say.
Is that so? What about if we were to show you this?
Leo Jr.
Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me.
Leo Jr., are you okay? Answer me.
No, it can't be.
It looks exactly like his fucking Shiba Inu.
Leo Jr. He's gone. He's dead.
Leo Jr.?
Who in the world are you talking about?
Whoa, just calm down, Shoma. We found a knife on this thing. This is what actually stabbed Moko and Ima, right? What was it you called it? Leo Jr.?
It's really true? Leo Jr.'s dead? In that case, I might as well come clean. That's right. This little guy is Leo Jr.
You've been keeping a Gi larva as a pet? You even named it?
I didn't know he was a Gi at first. When I met him, he just looked like a regular old dead animal.
Tell us everything. The truth this time.
Okay. It all really began on day 30.
I was out searching ruins on my own that day. Ever since Keiko disappeared, he hadn't been such an awful mood.
Right, I think I spotted you heading out alone around that time.
While I was walking around out there, I found him. I didn't name him Leo Jr. until much later, but that's when I found him. He was almost dead. He could barely move, and parts of his body were already decaying. Something about him reminded me of Leo, my dog back home. I couldn't just leave him to die alone. This rotten piece of meat reminded you of your dog? What, just because it also has 4 legs? There's other stuff too. I mean, they're both just so cute.
Let's just call that a matter of taste. So then, you brought this animal back with you?
Yes. I brought him back to the school and named him Leo Jr. after Big Leo. I made the doll the next day. I wanted Leo Jr. to have something to protect his weak, rotting body. He fit inside just right, and seemed comfortable too.
Moko saw you with it that day. She thought it must be a present for someone. And I guess it was. But for Leo Jr., not one of us.
A little while later, Leo Jr. started to recover. He got a lot more active, and pretty soon he could move around on his own. But I knew if anyone found him, they'd probably want to kill him. So I went looking for a box. A box. Just a little box I could hide Leo Jr. inside for a while. It didn't take me long to find one. I found it in that place and took it.
That place? What do you mean?
I cleaned out the box and put Leo Jr. inside it. I thought everything would be fine then. He'd be safe even when I wasn't around. But then one night when I was asleep, he got out. I grabbed the box and went looking for him, and then... You found Moko's body, yes? That's right. I put him back inside his box as fast as I could, but Then I heard footsteps. I was in such a hurry to get away, I didn't even notice I dropped the box until it was too late.
And those footsteps were mine. That must have been when your fingerprints ended up in the blood inside the box, too.
I found no later the box had been put in the garage, but I couldn't exactly go in and take it. I just went along with seeing him there sometimes. Leo Jr. is the one who killed Ema, I'm sure of that. There were even more bloodstains on him than usual that day.
That settles it. Moko and Ema were murdered by... Leo Jr.
Or more accurately, the Gi larva possessing the animal inside him. Everything you told us before was a lie then?
Yes. I opened my worthless mouth and spewed out a bunch of filthy lies.
You're not possessed by a Gi parasite. You never were.
Right.
I still don't get it. Why lie about all this in the first place?
That's because somebody threatened me.
Somebody...
That person who fed me was the one who killed Kodaka. I happened to walk in on the murder. I saw everything.
You saw the other killer?
If you told us this sooner, we could have saved a lot of time and effort. Like I said, I was threatened. The thought of that hard, cruel voice still sends a chill down my spine. I could kill you too, if I wanted to. But you might be useful to me. I'll let you live, for now. Just stay quiet about what you saw today. Otherwise, I'll have to tell everyone about the little creature you've been keeping as a secret from them.
So the real killer also knew about Leo Jr.?
Yes. I wanted to protect him, so I had no choice but to keep quiet.
I see.
You still don't have any right to act like a victim, though. You've been protecting that doll that killed people. If you hadn't picked up that strange creature in the first place...
You don't understand. Leo is more important to me than anything. And Leo Jr., he was the same. From the moment I found him, he's been my rock. He's given me the strength to keep going when everything seemed hopeless.
I don't care. Tell us who the other killer is.
Well...
Whoever it is, they must be possessed by a Gi Queen, right?
I think so. You remember how I told you I took the box from somewhere? It was in somebody's room. The room of the mastermind behind all of this.
Nozomi!
Dramatic build-up. Tell us who it is.
All right. The killer's name is...
What now? You've got to be kidding.
Intruder alert.
It's Nozomi!
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available.
This is it. It's gotta be Veshnas. Come on, Takumi. We need to hurry.
But what about him?
Make sure his chains are still securely fastened. We'll get back to questioning him later. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Same here. Sorry. Don't worry about it. Now it's time for the final battle.
Right, let's finish this, everyone.
Yep, 4 people versus fucking Veshnas. I mean, technically, I have the only two I need.
Let's get this started.
She's here. Get ready.
Just as Yuriko said, Veshnas has arrived. calmly approaching from the distance. Could hear everyone's breath hitch. Tension filled the air. At last, Vesha stood in place. She looked us up and down before she spoke.
Your power and the power of the Second Coming are mine. I shall devour all.
This attack, it can't be.
Undying flame attack. Now, put yourselves back together and come at me again.
If we keep fighting like this, I can't see us winning against Veshnis. If only we could create some kind of opening.
Use my power.
That's right.
She's the undying flame attack. We should try fire with fire.
Okay, everyone. Here we go.
I win!
Man, the sky is kind of lesbian colors now that I notice. Chat, what does that mean?
There is only despair in this planet's future. Truly, the worst of all bad endings!
Hooray! Now all you have to do is worry about a fucking gi.
I don't believe it. We actually won.
Thank you. We couldn't have made it through this without you. I don't mention it. Don't mention it. Now excuse me. I need to rest. Great job, everyone. Hey, didn't you two say you made some progress in the investigation too? Yes. It's better that you hear it from Shoma, though. Shoma, we're coming in. Shoma? Hold on. Not my last sneeze.
What the?
Shoma's dad? No. This can't be happening. Shoma was the killer. Catching him was supposed to fix everything.
He's had his ankle slit. That means this was the work of the other killer.
Yeah. There's one other thing this tells us too.
Shoma died before he could tell us who the other killer was. That person was still on the loose. This still isn't over.
To solving a murder in less than a day.
Troops, congratulations! This is your 100th morning at the Academy. On this auspicious day, the long-held wish of humanity will finally be realized. The most important battle of all will be upon us momentarily. Please follow the orders provided through the announcement system quickly and without delay. Okay then, be seeing ya.
All right. Everyone's here.
The school's going to start its final assault soon, isn't it? We have one more problem to solve before it does. You sure can't wait until we get back to your artificial satellite? Absolutely not. Or do you want the Gi running wild up there as well?
Right, one of us still has a parasite inside them. Let's go over the facts one more time. The one who killed Moko and Imo was Leo Jr. The Gi Shoma was keeping as a pet. But Yugamo, Karara, and Shoma's killer is still on the loose. Although technically you could add 2 more to the body count. We know for sure that me and Hiroko aren't possessed.
Because neither of you had the opportunity to kill Shoma?
Right. We both left the parking lot together and were never apart until after the battle. That means it was one of you. Nozomi or Tsubasa. You were both late getting to the war room when the alarm sounded.
What if there's a third killer and they were both working together?
Not possible. If that were the case, the victims would have come back from the dead. Remember, it's other queens that provide the Queen of Corpses to lay its eggs in. Or to put it another way, if none of the corpses had eggs laid in them, that means there can't be more than one queen here.
It's only males that can reanimate corpses. And even if they did, they wouldn't be able to use hemoanima. Right. Once we die, our cryptoglobin starts losing its power.
So it has to have been one queen and one male we're dealing with.
Well, Tsukumi, have you figured out who the killer is?
I think it's... A Gi Queen possesses a living human and is able to access their knowledge and memories. Taking that into account, the answer should be obvious. There's really only one person it can be. What should I say here? It was me! I was the killer the whole time!
Reveal the culprit? Yes. It's your future.
The real killer. It can only be one person. It's you, Nozomi.
What makes you say that?
It's the only logical conclusion. It all points to you.
You're wrong. It wasn't me. But maybe you could tell me your grounds for suspecting me anyway.
I already explained how it couldn't have been me or Hiroko.
But that just narrows it down to me and Tsubasa, doesn't it?
No, it can only have been you. Not just looking for Yugamo, Kurara, and Shoma's murderer, but Syria and Nacho's as well.
Syria and Nacho? Why are you bringing them up?
They were both destroyed the same night Moko was killed. The real killer probably wanted them out of the way so they could pick the rest of us off more easily. I don't think Leo Jr. could have thought of that on its own. He was ordered to do it. He must have killed Moko, gone after the others, then come back. That would explain why the box moved. There was nothing inside the box when I first arrived. Leo Jr. must have slipped back in while I was checking on Syria and Nacho.
Alright, but why would that mean I was the killer? Please, Takumi, stop being so mean to me. We're friends, aren't we?
The Gi Queen can access his host's knowledge.
I know that, but...
And Tsubasa knows how to operate Syria and Nacho's bodies.
Huh? So what does that mean?
If you could control those two, there'd be no need to destroy them as well. It would be a lot less effort to keep them intact and control them remotely. That could probably make committing future murders easier too.
Oh, I get it now. I knew how to operate them, so I didn't need to destroy them. That means I'm innocent.
I'd have hoped you didn't need us to tell you that part.
There you have it. It wouldn't make sense for Tsubasa to be the one with the parasite. That only leaves you, Nozomi. Or should I say, the Gi Queen.
You're so cruel. That's all it takes for you to turn on me?
Alright. I can see that approach isn't going to work now.
I respect the honesty.
It's true. I am the Geek Queen.
So you admit it.
I've had a hard time too, you know? It's no fun being stuck with a brain that's so unsuited to killing. Even deceiving people isn't in this one's nature. She made it so much harder than it needed to be. How long
How long have you been passing yourself off as Nozomi? Let me see. Since around day 26. That long? But passing myself off as her isn't really accurate, you know? This is her body, and I have all the same memories as the real Nozomi. And you really are the one who killed Yugami and the others. That's right. It's funny, but the story Shoma made up is pretty much how it really happened. Yugama and Karara, I lured them away and killed them. At least that part was easy. But why those two? No real reason. They were easy targets. That's all there is to it. But why didn't you kill Ima when he took you hostage? He could have killed you. And how exactly would I have killed him with my arms and legs tied? I tried to get Leo Jr. to help, but it didn't work out. I have to say, I never expected killing Siri and Nacho to be the thing that would finally expose me. If I'd known that, I would have changed the order of the victims and...
Enough! I can't stand to hear you say these things in her voice.
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 300 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately.
Well then, I suppose we should get going. If we don't get on the pod, we're all going to die, you know?
We're not about to let you on board.
Oh, are you going to kill me then? Your hesitation is obvious. Try to see it from my point of view. I don't want to die. I just want to live, that's all. I can even keep acting like the Nozomi you all know. Nothing has to change. I won't even kill anyone anymore. Well, not that you'll notice anyway.
Don't be ridiculous!
What's ridiculous about it? All this time, you never suspected that I was a fake, did you?
If you didn't know the truth, you'd never be able to tell the difference. I can be every bit as good as the real thing. That's not such a bad deal, is it? So why don't we...
Before she could finish, the top half of Nozomi's body was blown apart. What was left fell bleeding to the ground.
Okay, look, I get this was the logistic way to deal with the problem, but I feel like it could have, had a little more fucking tact. Oh, are we gonna see this?
This is...
I'm sorry. She sounded so much like Nozomi, it felt like we might end up agreeing with her. And I couldn't let that happen.
Wow, you really should have killed Tsubasa way earlier, Nozomi.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Tsubasa. It had to be done, Jesus Christ. One of us had to stop her. I'm just sorry you had to be the one to do it.
Wait, Takumi, the Geek Queen's still alive. What now? It'll die in the final attack anyway, even if we don't do anything.
No, we can't take any chances. I'm going to finish this. It's over, Your Majesty.
60 seconds until the omnidirectional attack. Commencing countdown.
Fucking run! Quick, we need to get on the pod.
Wow, okay. This fucking box of a calamity root sure is fucking different.
So this is the end.
I glanced around the inside of the escape pod. We finally learned the truth behind the murders, but that wouldn't bring the victims back. Even the person I'd sworn to protect above all others was gone. That left me with one big question.
What was all this for?
I can't answer that question for you, but what you did here wasn't meaningless. I can tell you that much. You uncovered the truth when no one else could, and I was there to see it. I'll remember what you did here, and another me, in another time, will remember too.
Hideko.
Because of you, a tragedy like this won't occur again. You won, Takumi. You defeated the Gi. And you overcame tragedy they tried to cause.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
Try to give the words more strength, to sound more confident. I needed to convince myself as much as anyone else.
We did it. We won.
God! What a top tier fucking storyline, honestly. God, I fucking love that though. Box of Flavor, Hall of Victory. I'll probably just clean those up another time. I don't really need to show you guys. Fucking god damn it, man. I mean, that does make me wonder where the fuck they actually sent the other ones to. Because, like, we know that Keiko and Aito are in different parallel universes, which could fucking mean... No. Which could mean realistically any fucking where. Speaking of anywhere, it's time for our next stop on the fucking tram journey. We have to go all the way back to one of the first decisions. In fact, the first decision. Now this one hurts. Love and peace. It's time to go on to the next timeline.
That's right. Just like the Undying Flames boy said, I came back so I could change the future. If I let Aito live, history might repeat itself. If I don't want that to happen, then my choice is clear. I need to end his life here and now.
Oh, you gotta make me pull the trigger, huh? Aww. But I don't get any points for it, you meanie. Baito. Love and peace.
You're finished.
Extermination complete, motherfucker.
Suddenly I found myself walking in my room. It's almost like I was running from something. I finally made it to the rooftop when I saw them there, as if they'd been waiting for me.
What's going on with you, Samino? Why would you leave the gym without saying anything? Maybe you didn't want to see Itsuki looking like that. You have nothing to worry about, Samino. You made a wise decision. You did the right thing. He was trying to destroy me, your commanding officer. And that's not all. He was trying to slaughter all of humanity. You're our savior. The hero who saved mankind. So you don't have a single thing you need to regret.
I don't know about that. Personally, I get the feeling you're walking down the wrong path. Or perhaps I should say he's straight off the path he was meant to walk as a human being. It may be true that Aito committed many crimes in the future, you know, Takemi. But he hadn't done anything wrong here and now, had he? You executed an innocent human being for crimes he might have possibly committed in the future. People can change. I believe so, at least. But you didn't give him the chance. That doesn't sound like the right thing to do to me. Good thing I would never have gone down this route if I didn't have to.
Shut up. Do you think I don't know all that already? You don't have to shove it down my throat. I clenched my fist and practically barked my rebuttal at the ghost boy before running off to my room. It was oppressively silent in my room. I didn't bother to turn the lights on. I just sank into a corner and wrapped my arms around my knees. I did the right thing. I did the right thing. I repeat this to myself over and over again.
You're our savior. The hero who saved mankind. So you don't have a single thing you need to regret.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. But why can't I stop thinking about what he said after?
You've executed an innocent human being for crimes he might have possibly committed in the future. People can change. I believe so, at least. But you didn't give him the chance.
Shut up! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I covered my ears and squeezed my eyes shut. When I did, I could see Ino, now a blackened lump of flesh, staring at me hatefully. My eyes flew open. I was scared to so much as blink. I focused on my breathing, the only sound in the room. I spent the night curled into a ball, my eyes wide open the whole time.
Aw, Takumi, you're not a killer.
Burn out of troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your third day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Oh, God, we're all the way back here.
Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable.
And suffering the insufferable to pave way for humanity's future greatness.
Be ready to give your life to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Let's do the time warp again.
Takumi, what the hell? Why did you... I know, he... Everyone's cold eyes pierced through me as I stepped into the cafeteria. They were all staring at me suspiciously.
Yay, Takumi! Hi, Takumi. It's been literally fucking out so long. We all saw the body in the gym, and then Siri showed up.
Right, explain what happened to everyone. I told them you came back from the future. I told them Ida was abnormal and they tried to destroy me last night. I told them everything, but they seem reluctant to believe me.
Obviously, you tell us you came back from the future. And you think any of us are dumb enough to be like, oh, well, if you say so.
I've lost my Darumi voice. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, none of us are that stupid.
If a useless single-celled organism like me might be permitted to speak up, are we sure Takumi isn't experiencing some sort of delusion?
At the very least, there's no way you can prove he's not.
That would mean Mr. Sumino got caught up in his delusion and ended up murdering someone. That would make him the abnormal one around here.
Kaeko's words weighed heavily on me, but it wasn't true. I'm not sure if I'd made the right choice last night. I still don't have confidence in my decision, even though I already made it. But what I experienced the last time really happened. There's no way it was a delusion. I need them to understand that, if nothing else. Everyone hear me out. It's a long story, but... I looked right into everyone's eyes and I began to recount what I knew about the previous 100 days. I told them everything that happened. World Death, Crypto Globin, the Exodus Project, the artificial satellites. I told them about the boy made of undying flames, his infant body in the defense room. Even the existence of Second to Last Defense Academy and the 5 other fighters there under the command of Nacho. The only thing I left out was what I learned about Nozomi. The secrets she shared the first time that were between her and me. It was night by the time I was done talking. But still, the doubt in their faces never left. I knew why too. It was because I killed Ino. In their eyes, my story was nothing more than an elaborate and lengthy excuse. Like I was trying to confuse them by waving a fantastical, impossible tale.
I see. I think I understand.
Doesn't look that way to me.
I simply mean I understand what you think happened. Whether it's true or not is another story.
Talking anymore is just a waste of time. Why don't we call for today and get out of here?
It's late now. But what do we do with Aito's body? It's still laying there in the gym. Should we bury him? Wait, it would be so pitiful to bury him when he looks like a burnt pretzel stick. I wish we could do something about that.
Like what?
Restore his body how it used to be, perhaps. Is that even possible? Obviously, I can't do it, but maybe Sirei.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not that I can't do it, but that's a super secret technique written at the very end of the super secret commanding officer manual. So how in the world did you know about it, Shizuhara?
Just a guess.
A guess.
But why would we do that? I told you, it's such a pity. We don't know if he was really a traitor or not. A body deserves dignity no matter what sins that person may have committed in life. Isn't it only normal to want a body in such a tragic state to look more like it used to be?
No one objected to her suggestion. Siri reluctantly agreed. He must have decided it wasn't worth antagonizing over and over when it was just our third day here. And so he transported Aito's body to a classroom on the second floor.
It's so cold. What is this room?
It's a morgue.
A morgue?
What? I don't remember that from the last time.
You never used it? Well, that way it's a good thing. This is where we store bodies whose cause of death are unknown. Say when you got killed by an unknown weapon during a defensive battle. A bioweapon or nanomachines or something like that. In that case, we need to dissect you in order to properly determine the cause. We need a place to store the bodies in a situation like that, which is why we have this room. The temperature is set really low to keep the bodies from decomposing.
Everybody hunched their shoulders against the coal as they looked around the room. Their breaths steamed in the air.
Well, then I'm going to get started restoring the body. Would you all mind stepping out?
How long will it take?
I should have it done by tomorrow morning. Alright, one last thing.
We were about to leave when Siri stopped us.
I know it's sudden, but as of today, I'd like to officially designate Sumeto as the Special Defense Unit's team leader.
Huh?
You saved me, Sumeto, and you know the future. Plus you have red hair, so I'm sure you'll make a great leader. What kind of reason is that? I will not entertain any objections. That is an order for your commanding officer. Disobey and you'll be court-martialed. You're gonna do as Sumeto says starting tomorrow. Got it?
Uh-oh. They returned to the roof. Everyone's faces were even more gloomy than having seen Aito's body up close. They all vanished inside their rooms without saying a word. Left on my own, I casually glanced up at the sky and saw the satellite. The artificial satellite hung in the sky, lit with countless mechanical lights. It felt further away than the last time I saw it. Just then, I heard a pop inside my head. The very next moment, I was suddenly unconscious.
What the fuck's that about? I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
Burn out, troops! Time to rise and shine!
I'm a thirsty boy today.
Get ready for your 4th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the
Sufferable and suffering the insufferable.
to pave the way for
Humanity of
humanity
future greatness.
Be ready to give your life to
In the morning, I skipped going to the cafeteria and went back there. Instead, somebody else had got there before me. Hiroko.
Good morning. Did you eat breakfast?
No, not yet. I'm not hungry. I could maybe go for a frog.
Are you, like, kidding me? He's possessed by a gi this early? On day 4? There's no way. Sorry, I'm just typing something to a friend. Like, holy fucking shit, dude. Now, like, seeing this after that route, you've gotta be shitting me. A frog?
Forget that. What are you doing here?
After a moment's silence, Hiriko answered. Probably for the same reason you are. I want to see the results of the restoration.
Siri's not here. Does that mean he's done?
Only one way to find out.
Hiriko approached the body. She stopped in front of him and quietly pulled back the sheet covering Edo's body.
Looks like it's done. At the very least, he's not a burnt pretzel anymore.
I felt vaguely relieved seeing him. Of course, I hadn't forgiven him for what he'd done to us last time. But I felt some guilt about bringing him to such an undignified end. Now that his body was back to the way it used to be, the painful mass of emotions within me eased a little.
It feels wrong to bury him in the dirt after all this effort to get him so pristine. Why don't we leave him like this for a little longer?
Hiriko covered him up with a sheet once more. No sooner had she finished than Gaku came barreling into the room.
There you guys are. You found something messed up. Come look.
Messed up?
Just hurry. You'll see for yourself.
Hiriko and I practically flew down the stairs as we followed Gaku to the classroom on the first floor, dashing inside upon our arrival.
Leave the school now or I'll kill you all. Why is it such a fucking consistent font? Who is this motherfucker's calligraphy?
What is this?
Spray paint. Someone sprayed a message on the digital blackboard.
I looked over at the message. Leave the school now or I'll kill you all.
I was the first one to find it. I finished breakfast early and was wandering around the school when I saw this.
Then I came back to the cafeteria and told us about it. We all came running to see for ourselves.
I wouldn't pull some kind of dumb prank like this. Prank? I said what I said. You won't take this shit seriously. Looks like them snot-nosed kid wrote it.
That does not look like a kid wrote it, dude.
Yo, I believe it though. It's way more interesting than that way. I saw a killing game in the air. Whether it's serious or not, we do know it's not the work of an invader. The alarm would have gone off if one of them tried to get in here.
They don't know our language. On top of that, I doubt it could have been one of them.
What if it was Ido?
Huh?
Maybe the restoration brought him back like a zombie.
I don't think that's possible. His appearance may have been destroyed, but his cryptoglobin is gone. And besides, we just saw him. He definitely wasn't breathing. So that means the person behind this threat is in the room with us now.
Everybody glanced around, trying to see what everyone else was thinking. Their eyes were filled with distrust and unease. Wait, but hold on. There's one other person it could be, right? Everyone seemed to have an idea of what I was getting at.
That's right, Sire.
I definitely wouldn't put it past him. But why would he write a frightening message like this?
We can figure that out later. For now, we need to find him. And so began the hunt for Sire. Found him only seconds later. Found he was very close to the classroom.
Is he dead already? He's dead! Oh my fucking god, this game is hysterical.
What the hell?
We don't have to worry about a Siri this time.
You're kidding! Why? How could this happen to him?
Everyone was deeply disturbed, but the shock I felt went far beyond theirs. After all, I'd seen this very scene before. Last time I went through this. Back then, Ido had been responsible for it, but Ido didn't exist in this world any longer. I'd killed him myself 2 days earlier. And yet the same thing was happening all over again. The whole reason I fought Ido in the first place was to prevent this. So how? Why? We returned to this classroom in a daze. Everyone stood around in silence for some time. Our eyes were cast downwards, expressions grave. Finally, Gaku broke the silence.
Takamaru, do you still think this is a prank?
Ugh.
But if this isn't a prank, then it's just not fair. They didn't even give us the chance to leave. Maybe it means the kill you all part will stop as soon as we see the message. Still, it's not right. It's highly probable that Syria was destroyed before we woke up. Somebody would have noticed otherwise. That means it happened before Gaku found the message. So one of us had to die before we even knew that we were being threatened? How utterly unreasonable!
In movies, terrorists always set off a small-scale explosion, then claim responsibility, right? Once everyone knows it's not a prank, they announce that they're going to carry out another crime.
Darumi had a point. It was possible the culprit did this to Syria to show they were serious. In that case, we'd be fine as long as you did as demanded. Temporarily leaving the school and seeing what happened before returning would be the safest option. But there was no guarantee the person who wrote the message was the same person who destroyed Syria. It wasn't out of the question that the message was really just a prank. Even if it was, we'd still have to deal with the threat of whoever destroyed Syria still being nearby. For now, I need to figure out if we listen to the message or not. Do we leave the school or do we ignore it and stay? It's up to me to decide.
Alright. I've been given a little direction on how to do this, so... Let's get out of here, gang! Zoink, Scoob! We gotta get out of this place!
Everyone listen up. I think we need to get out of here for now, even if it's just temporarily.
Huh? Why's that? Someone destroyed Syria. They might be trying to send us a message. What happens if those monsters show up, huh? If they take out the school, we're screwed.
Or maybe you're behind all this shit and that's why you took out the bucket of bolts.
What? Why would I do that?
Beats me, but you're the one who murked my Ido.
You're saying Mr. Sumino is behind all of this? I suppose it's not out of the question.
Damn it, I didn't think they'd suspect me of doing all this.
Yep, I think we should stay. A threatening message can only mean one thing, right? Time for a blood-splattered killing game! I'm gonna go out flashing 2 peace signs with my tongue hanging out. I'm super psyched. Somebody make sure to get a pic.
What the hell is she talking about?
Let me ask you something, Takumi. You say you've seen the future, right?
Right, but it looks like you guys don't believe me.
What makes you say we should leave? The school would be defenseless. I assume you understood this when you made the proposal.
Right, I came back after living out an entire 100 days. Remember all the defensive battles we had? The invaders will attack on day 7. That gives us 3 days. One more thing. Like I said yesterday, we have allies a fair distance from here. If we can meet up with them, we'll be better off in our battles. So I'd like to take the opportunity to go get them. I summarized everything I'd said yesterday as a reminder. All about Second to Last Defense Academy.
Second to Last Defense Academy? Is there really another school out there?
Yeah, you don't have to believe I traveled through time for this to make sense, but I swear to you, I'm not lying.
I believe you, bro, I do. So let's ditch this place, okay? I'm telling you, that message is freaking me out.
Mr. Marco is literally shaking. He's definitely the one who died first in the horror movie.
Don't put that evil on me, dummy.
Takumi, this threat didn't appear in the future, did it?
No, it didn't. Maybe my coming back to the past has caused something to deviate.
Huh? Deviate?
He means he's altered history. If something happens now that diverges from historical precedent, it naturally creates a variation, a new timeline, just like in sci-fi stories.
The hell does a historical precedent have to do with anything?
So you mean that Mr. Sumino coming back in the future is changing the past? His whole tale about traveling through time is suspect, but let's assume we believe what he says. If things are no longer aligned with the future he knows, there's no guarantee the next attack will be on day 7, is there?
Well, I knew it too. I felt like something was off, even beyond the threatening message. When I killed Ido to change the future, our biggest risk factor should have been taken care of. I doubt this deviation is that big just yet. The chance of the attack date being different is low. I think we should consider the risk of this threat and evacuate for now.
Yeah, I'm with Takumi.
Doctor seems very traumatized by the whole thing. Maybe because he was the first to discover the message. I appreciate that I got him on my side, but he's shaking so much I'm worried about him.
Honestly, I have no idea what you do. My thoughts are just swirling around. But I think I'm going to try and have faith in what Takumi's saying. I'm going to leave the school with them. Right. This threat is only a prank. It's too dangerous for us to take lightly. I'm riding with Takumi.
Really?
Riding? I love a sadistic girl with glasses who knows how to charge. But still, this time traveling me is way suspicious. I want to get on a killing game, so I vote we stay.
I don't think I can believe Takumi so easily. I don't want to doubt him, but there's no proof at all. If that's what my dear sister says, I agree. This might be a trap.
I would never do that! You sure about all that? You can just get us all to roll over and agree with you?
It's too much to suddenly take her word for everything. This seems a little suspicious to me too, I'm sorry to say.
You want to stay here and enjoy a little bloodbath at the room your friend Shoma?
Excuse me?
You're an outcast like me, right? Let's kill all these normies together. Plus you seem like you'd be totally squeal when you die.
Right. A freak waste of space is like me is doomed to die pathetically. I'm sorry. I should just kill like the crap state I am, and you won't have to look at me anymore.
I don't give a shit if you think you're crap, just stay in the school.
Shit and crap. All fine words to describe me. With your blessing, I'll live out my final days as an excrement-covered worm.
Hey.
We'll be staying too, if you don't mind. We still don't trust Mr. Samino. Besides, if we leave, we can't use the Revive-O-Matic. I'd be in quite a situation if something were to happen to my beautiful little sister. Brother dearest.
5 want to stay and 4 want to go. This is bad. Based on the message, all of us need to leave to satisfy their demand. There isn't enough time for you to persuade these guys one by one, which means... Man, forget it. If you're gonna leave without us. Fine. I just have to convince all of you then? Will you guys agree to give me some time?
Oh? What are you up to? You gonna try some kind of underhand trick?
Yeah, I'm gonna force you to see it my way. If I can prove I've really traveled through time, they'll have to listen to me. I have to use the ace up my sleeve.
How do you plan on persuading us exactly? You're not about to spout some spiritual cult leader garbage, are you?
Shoma, you must be worried about Leo.
Huh? You know about Leo?
I know about your affliction, too. When you attack someone, you develop a horrible allergic reaction all over your body. It's enough to knock you out instantly.
How do you know that?
You told me yourself. During my first 100 days here.
Does that mean you know my secrets too?
Your dad's addicted to betting on horse races. That's why you hate horses.
Ew, you know about my worthless loser of a dad? Why don't I just kill myself?
Ima, Keiko, your parents passed away in a traffic accident when you were young. That's why Ima's done so much to protect you, Keiko. Even if it means getting his own hands dirty. Right? Keiko, your dream is to become a detective because of your father.
You really do know our secrets, but we never told you any of this.
Wait, did you come back to the future for real?
His details are so specific, I have to believe he really did.
Do you believe me?
No, that's not enough to prove that you time traveled. That was probably just some cheap parlor trick. You know better than a fraud who claims they can talk to ghosts. Yeah, there are definitely other ways he couldn't go after our personal information. Maybe Siri told him, or maybe he got into some kind of database.
No, you really did tell me this stuff in the future. I get it now. Damn, dude almost had me there.
I knew it. Here's the route where we finally play a killing game.
Let's start killing each other.
Crap. So I'm gonna have to convince them. Then I'm just going to have to deploy my last resort no matter the consequences. You really want to do it this way? Might not like it.
What do you mean?
I only told you a little bit of what I know. I know more secrets, ones you wouldn't want me to reveal in front of everyone. If you won't leave the school, I may have no other choice. It was a lie. I didn't know any secrets. I was just bluffing. With a dead serious expression on my face, I slowly met eyes with each and every one of them.
Where's your proof?
You sure you want me to prove it right here, right now? Is that a threat? You're a fucking coward, you know that? Sorry, I don't have the time for this. Either you agree to leave the school right now, or else...
Please don't leave. Just don't tell them.
How about the rest of you?
Fine. If it's how you want to do it, I'll go. And if my dear sister's going, I'm going. I still don't believe your time travel story, but I can't let her out of my sight.
Whatever, have it your way.
I can't have a killing game by myself. I'll go too. I can get through this if we all talk about our favorite gory visual novel death scenes together.
Okay, so you're all gonna leave this school now. Thank you. Hurry up and get ready then.
Wow, Takumi, that was surprisingly underhanded.
It was a risky gamble, but I still managed to convince everyone to leave the school, albeit reluctantly. Even though I still doubt us in the future, at least I managed to avoid our most imminent threat. Oh, it's night already. After managing to convince the others, I got ready to leave, but no one else had come yet. I'm exhausted. It's because I've been so desperate while trying to convince people who wanted to stay, but now fatigue is finally setting in. Let a deep sigh and close my eyes for a moment. It's making me sleepy. If I had a bed in front of me right now, I just know I'd be knocked out in an instant. Oh, my head feels heavy and sore, maybe because I'm tired. Makes sense, this situation is turning me into a ball of nerves. Thankfully the pain woke me up. I smacked aside my hand to pump myself up for the trip. Snap out of it, Takumi. By this time, everyone was showing up at the entrance, now ready to go.
You're all here. Let's get going then.
Yeah, it's dark now, but we'll be okay, right?
Tomorrow, anyone who's able should head for second to last defense academy. But for now, we need to get through the wall of fire. We'll be roughing it tonight.
You mean sleeping outside? I sure hope we don't run into any invaders.
Sister dearest, your dear brother is here to be your personal blanket and keep you warm.
You don't have to do that.
So this fire extinguisher you were talking about really works on these flames? Yeah, it's only temporary, but it works.
We are the boys and girls who grabbed the sun and ran to Valhalla.
Let's get going. Come with me unless you want to be burnt to a crisp.
Without hesitation, Hiroko took a fire extinguisher and walked towards the roaring flames.
Oh my god, Mr. Jericho's so cool! And she's gonna die looking cool too.
Hey, hold on! I grabbed an extinguisher and hurried after her. And that's how we all end up escaping the other side of the wall of fire. Everyone was at a loss for words after seeing the massive raised ruins around us. Maybe exhaustion won out in the end because they seemed to just accept what they were seeing before long. Tomorrow, we head to the second to last defense academy. And then... It's no good, I'm too sleepy. I'll worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. Gave into the listless feelings and closed my heavy lids.
Oh boy, day 5.
Morning already. Put the sunlight through my eyelids. I had my eyes like usual and musing it up when it hit me. Right, we slept outside. Seeing the ruins throughout before me made me remember that we evacuated outside the wall of fire.
Oh, good morning. I feel so sorry that I had to be the first thing you see this morning. Try the worst possible start to your day.
That's not true, Shoma. Is everyone else awake?
They've been awake for a while. Hell, half of them couldn't even sleep in the first place.
Oh, really?
You could sleep knowing the invaders could show up without warning.
I felt real my stomach turning all right nights.
Same. In the room, he would knock it off with a creepy talk. All I was doing was sharing my top 100 massacre scenes. Mine is so depressing anyway. I hate it. I wish I was dead. Damn it, if everyone's depressed now, it's me.
Everyone seems pretty low right now.
You seem to be able to sleep well, Mr. Sumino. You must be quite the masochist to be able to sleep so much on such a hard surface.
Huh?
You must have been really tired. Are you alright?
My head's a little fuzzy since I just woke up, but my body feels normal. As I complain about anything, I guess my back hurts, but that's just the price you pay for sleeping outside. I'm fine. Sleep like a log. During my answer, Keiko smoothed her hand over her chest and a relieved look on her face. Was I sleeping that hard? How about I have jewel marks on my chin?
But everyone seems to be fine, thankfully. I was sure an irrelevant nobody like me would have been killed by now.
Well, he just left. Well, he left less like the message said. Now the culprit's gotten what they want. Right? Right?
I think so. Kept them more into the bargain. The message didn't say don't come back or anything. Surely wouldn't be killed if we went back on day 7.
So we just have to make our way to second to last defense academy today, right?
Yep, look, considering how far it is, we should go in a much smaller group. Huh? Just how far is it? Pretty far if we walk, but if we use our Hebo anima, it shouldn't be a problem. We should still stick to those of us who have the stamina to walk for an entire day.
If you want to keep a good balance between the 2 stays and who goes, I think 4 of us should go. Takumi and I are given. Do we have any other volunteers?
Huko's dead set on going, huh? Well, having her makes me feel reassured.
Uh-oh, I think I see an event flag for Hyoko and Takumi.
Huh? Takumi smirked as she looked at me. What do you think is gonna happen?
Everybody must still feel suspicious of Takumi because what he did to Aito, right? In that case, we need people who can stop Takumi without hesitation in the event something goes wrong.
So that's how you're going. Takumi, you can get away from Mr. Hyoko. Help!
I guess she's warning me that she'll kill me if she has to. I kind of already knew, but everyone's already wary of me right now. This is what it takes to get them to work with me. Hey, take Shoma and I with you. Huh? Shoma?
That's the case you need a sacrifice, I understand. And by all means.
Huh? You're all twisted. This is a good chance to toughen you up. You gotta use her attitude that's gonna get you killed real quick. I'm gonna use this trip to straighten you out.
I think I might be beyond hope. But if you're saying even a dirtbag like me can change, I want to try.
That's what I'm talking about. Time for Hellflame Takamaru's super intense to hell and back training regimen.
Aye, sir.
Are you kidding me?
Anyway, that's 4 people, right? The rest of us just wait here.
I guess so. I don't think we should go back to the school until Takumi's group gets back. Grab these allies or whatever and get back here as soon as possible. I hate horror movie stuff, man.
Right, we need to bring them back. We need all the people we can get to achieve our goal.
Man, are you even listening?
Oh yeah, sorry, I don't have any change.
I wasn't asking for any. Way to be classist.
Oh, that wasn't it? Sorry. I wasn't listening at all. I really need to get it together.
We're wasting time here. Let's go.
Come on, Shoma! Start with 5 miles of jump squats!
Yes, sir. Time for this pathetic worm to stop crawling and start leaping. Now I'm a pathetic slimy frog.
Frog! Did somebody say...
I was kidding!
I'm fake Fizzed. I'm a hikikomori. I just don't live like that.
You're already leaving behind. I gotta get going.
Good luck. Well, down the fort here. Be careful, Takumi.
Thanks. We'll be back on the morning of day 7. Now goodbye to the group staying behind and left the campsite. Let's get to second to last defense academy quickly. We walked and walked and walked. Mori Shoma trying to suffer his way through Takamaru's brutal little training regimen. Hyoko and I remained silent. We squeezed into a few short breaks as we walked all night, until when the sun came up again. We finally saw it.
Day 6.
We made it! It's the second to last defense academy.
It's real!
Shoma did squats the entire journey here. Right, so we just kick in the door or what? No, we're not here to fight anybody. Just be normal, please. Let's start by saying hello. I entered for the front entrance when a familiar face popped out from the building.
Hello, and welcome to Second to Last Defense Academy. You are from the main campus, are you not?
It's that roll ambassador again. What are you doing here?
He does resemble Sire, but that's not him. They're equally adorable, though. You have a good eye, but it's as you say. I am not the Honorable Sire. I am known as Nacho. I'm the commanding officer here at Second to Last Defense Academy. In addition to keeping this place running, I also serve under the Honorable Sire when the occasion demands it. A pleasure to meet you. How did you know we came here from Last Defense Academy? Well, you have infusers, don't you? Only students from one of our campuses should be carrying those.
Nacho's smug face looked exactly like Sire's. He wasn't worried of us. Explaining things will go quickly.
Your timing is perfect. There's something I want to ask. I was a tad perplexed when the Honorable Sire stopped contacting me for our daily intel exchanges. Was your communication equipment damaged? Is there some trouble at the main campus?
I remember having the same conversation before, but the situation was a little different then. I'll explain everything. But first, could you bring your students out here too? I want to talk to everyone at once.
I don't like the sound of this. Okay, come on in. I'll get the students.
Are these allies you were telling us about? Can't wait to see what kind of people they are.
Right. I hope they're nice people.
I decided not to tell Shoma that one of these people beat him to near death in my future. We followed Nacho and entered the side of Last Defense Academy.
Interesting. So we basically get everyone this route.
Nacho opened the door of the gym. I was greeted by faces that felt somewhat nostalgic at this point.
Okay, everyone, gather round. There's some people I want to introduce you to.
Who are you?
What? Three strange men have appeared. Can you stop with your perverted fantasies? You want all of them and your sword too, you sicko?
I had no such disgraceful thoughts in my head.
You literally just moaned.
Wait. Wow, Miss Mojiro and Miss Kirifuji. They just went to grab a drink. Oh, looks like they're back. What a way to be able to reuse a CG. I think that was a previous CG. Sorry to keep you waiting. Wait, who are these people?
That bright voice and smile. It's Nozomi. Singer made something well up inside of me.
Exchange boys! Nobody warned me!
So this is the real Moko?
Greetings. We are...
Don't look, I don't have any makeup on. I might be beautiful without it, but it's still so embarrassing.
Are the girls here in Estrus? Huh? I didn't say anything. Let's get on with this! Fucking bitch. Oh, right. Now that everyone's here, let's have a round of self-introductions.
After each of us quickly introduced ourselves, I explained the situation. About what I experienced in my timeline and everything that happened since I traveled to the past. I finally took a breather after I finished explaining why we come to the second campus. That's everything. I don't know if you'll believe me, but...
Hold on. It's all too sudden. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I doubt you'd be suspicious. We only half trust Takumi ourselves. That part about the wind-up toy of a CEO getting killed and ripped to bits is true. The stuff about the weird-ass message, too.
The Honorable Sire? Killed? Dismembered? No! Dismembered, you say? I'd love to see how he got taken apart. Here, Nacho, let's reenact it. I'll put you back together afterwards, I promise. You hurt your sweet little Nacho.
It would just be a light filling. Forget that. Are these filthy animals telling the truth about this last defense academy?
She practically sprouted the word filthy as she looked at us.
Well, yes. and they know too much for them to be making it all up. So Takumi really did the time travel too?
Sir Takumi leapt through time to save the past in a super/sibling ultimate style fight with the invaders. I see. It all makes sense. Shut up, simpleton, or I'll shove your sword down your gullet sideways until you yelp. Assuming we believe what you're saying, what are we supposed to do?
I want you all to come with us to Last Defense Academy immediately. Like I explained, the school's just a decoy. There's no need for you to defend it.
Please stop bringing that up. You're going to make them resent me. Rest assured, I already completely despise you. Why didn't you tell us about any of this, you pathetic lump of scrap metal? I'm sorry. It was an order from above. I had no choice. Calm down, Carrara. Right now, we need to focus on what we're going to do.
Moko stepped out in front, trying to reel in Nozomi as she started to lose her composure.
Hey, no fighting, okay? We have no choice but to go to Last Defense Academy. Is that what you're about to say, Nacho?
Yeah, how did you know that?
Because if Last Defense Academy falls, all our work would have been for nothing, right? Preposterous. How could you use it, Suzuki, as a decoy? Get down on your hands and knees on hot calls and beg for my forgiveness.
Can you weirdos just answer yes or no already? Seriously. It was Nacho's turn to step out in front, reeling in Takamaru before he could start resorting to threats.
I apologize for keeping this from everyone. I'm very sorry. Now that the Honorable Series has been destroyed, you must defend Last Defense Academy with your lives.
I need you all to step up to this new mission. This is my final order for you.
What do you mean, final? If even a second to Last Defense Academy is a decoy school, that doesn't mean it's without function. I can't abandon my post. I will stay here.
Wait, the invaders will be coming here for the second time soon. The next attack will be day 10. We'll be enough to break the defensive barrier. I told the other team what I could remember what Nozomi told me in my previous timeline. How Moko was taken away because the enemy's planned attack. How they'd all managed to survive somehow using their Vimomatic. But no matter how much I tried to convince him, Nacho wouldn't change his mind. In the end, we begrudgingly decided to leave Nacho behind and head to Last Defense Academy without him.
Interesting how they're only around in the main timeline. And that settles it then. Oh, for the love of murder. Who could have seen this coming? Well, I suppose I don't mind a bit of excitement.
Come on, Nozomi. Don't look so anxious. I'm worried about Nacho too, but we need to protect Last Defense Academy now.
Moko,
We don't have anything to be scared of when we're together. We're so gonna be okay.
indeed. The Holy Jumanji Sword agrees, and she says bye-bye to second to Last Defense Academy. So he was telling the truth about the girl who talks to her sword.
I told you, they're all very unique. But you can count on them.
Mr. Samino, I'm counting on you.
Yeah, you got it. Nacho held out his hand for me, but he couldn't reach it all, so I just replied with a nod. We don't have any time to spare. We need to get back. Everyone got ready, he said goodbye to Nacho and boarded the school bus. After leaving Senator Head's Academy, Takamaru drove us down the road we came by. Eventually, he dozed off. It was already dawn by the time we went back to the campsite.
Day 7.
Everyone been waiting came over to us once we got off the school bus.
Welcome back. My goodness, you're okay. Oh, are these the same Last Defense Academy people? Hey. Are these the rest of your teammates? They look poor. Don't you have any shame? You should be begging to be forgiven for ever being born while you bounce off the windshield of a luxury vehicle. Dang, get some freaking manners. Oh, these two characters are totally freaky. I love it.
This is the first time we've seen Doremi interact with any of them, I think. I mean, not any of them, but, Moko. Sorry, Kurara is always like this around new people. Takumi, sorry, Kurara is always like this around new people.
Always?
Haha, it's how Lady Kurara shows her love. So says the Holy Jumanji Sword. Was it always that red?
Lady Carrara? And you could... Lady Carrara? And you can't talk to your sword? If anyone's about love, it's a freak on her sword. You should see what she uses as a sheath, if you get what I mean. That is not true. My relationship with my blade is purely platonic.
This whole exchange feels familiar.
Sorry that you have to see a puke stain like me back here again. It must be unpleasant. I'll just go disappear somewhere.
I've been thinking. You're rather cute. If you want to disappear, I can make it feel really good for you.
Really good? Are you talking pleasure? Oh my god, he's going to pile drive him!
The girl's out of control. They're Fujoshiing out.
You're all acting like a bunch of simpletons. Are we going to be able to get through today's battle like this?
Right, the invaders will be attacking today. Last time the other team were awkward with the rest of us for a while after you first met. It took some time for us to get close. We don't have that kind of time right now. I need to get things organized. Everybody listen up. The invaders will attack today. So let's head back to the school and get ready.
And back to school? Aren't you worried that threatening message?
What, you gonna sleep out here like a coward forever? You can die out in the wilderness if you want, but you'll be on your own.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Damn it, why does this always happen to me? I just want to end up in a pool of full of cash someday.
We quickly introduced ourselves to one another and set off towards the school. Some of the last Defense Academy students looked on in amazement when we used the fire extinguishers to open up a path through the undying flames. So we returned to the last Defense Academy for the first time in 3 days. And it was razed to the ground! Even days of us there, but nothing seems to have changed. We showed the newcomers around the school and examined from corner to corner ourselves. Finally, we entered that classroom.
It just says, thank you.
In blood.
There really is a threatening message.
Which on the blackboard still look as creepy as it did the first time.
You still haven't found the culprit? I swear, when I found out who's behind this prank.
A prank, you say? Is that really all it is?
Why are you laughing all creepy like that?
I can tell by the way they've written the word kill that they have a lustful blend of love and hate. The writer's thirst for blood is pulsing off the board. Ha! I'm all turned on.
Oh, this guy is scary.
Don't worry, Lady Keiko. My holy Jumanji sword will protect you.
Speaking of lustful, that sword of yours is a biohazard. You should keep it far away from children.
The holy Jumanji sword is not a tool of licentiousness. I swear.
Yeah, so they just confirmed that, in fact, Keiko is a child. So,
stop being weird about the twins.
Oh, I have a suggestion. I think Soa should stay inside during the defensive battle, just in case.
Huh? But won't that put us at a disadvantage?
We have you guys now, and our Himo is powerful enough already. Besides, if we're not leaving the inside of the school defenseless, who knows what could happen? The message is still bothering me. Now that Siri's gone, I'm not comfortable with all of us leaving.
Then I'll hang out here and wait. I'd way rather get hunted down by a crazy murderer.
Dory's completely fucked in the head as usual. Well, whatever you want to do. Let me guess, the twins are gonna stay too.
Well, that's right. We'll abstain. It seems safer here. If we hole up in a room, just the two of us will be perfectly safe. Right, sister dearest?
Wow, you guys want to get killed even more than I do.
I'll stay too, I think. If I were to go, I'd just be holding you back.
Make sure to keep up your training. Build that body like you mean it.
Yes, sir.
That means the people going are the 5 members from Second Mass Defense Academy and those of us who haven't volunteered to stay, right?
Zoe, are you good to go?
Yes, no problem. I'll fight with everyone else.
There was no hesitation in Nozomi's eyes. She explained to the others how she could fight with an artificial class weapon. I guess there's no reason to worry about if she can retreat if things go south.
Ah?
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops
Prepare for battle immediately. Well, they're really here.
How remarkable. It happened just as Akumi said.
We have to sortie. The invaders are here. Takumi, you really did come from the future.
Sound like BS to me, but I guess not. Anyway, let's kill these fuckers.
Right. If we use Sir Takumi's intel, victory will be ours.
Yeah, that's right. We're counting on you, Takumi.
Takumi, give the orders. Lead us in Siray's stead.
I'd rather not be told what to do by this funny page's reject and his goofball friends, but if I must. If you die, I'll kill you.
What does that even mean? Hey, don't you worry your pretty little head, Takumi. I'll bring you back from the river Styx as many times as it takes. Please don't let me get killed over and over again.
I'm ready to step in the ring. I've got my sweatproof makeup on and I'm all set. Take it away, Takumi. I got my barf bag, so let's do this.
Everybody ready? It's time for an offensive battle.
I'm just gonna play this song because it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen a nice big group. Hell yeah. Hooray!
Did you know? The color of those creatures' insides is very pretty. They're hideous on the outside, but the contrast with their innards is so beautiful. Oh, thinking about the color makes me tingle.
What the hell color did they end up being inside?
Maybe we have something in common. The way their brains splatter everywhere when you crush their skulls. Feels rather wonderful.
I keep forgetting Yuriko is fucking unhinged.
Stop bonding over weird stuff. Nobody else agrees with you.
Just imagining it makes my stomach turn.
Forget that shit. There's more of them than last time.
Coming to mention it, they've definitely increased their numbers. Were this many this last time? We have a drastically bigger team now, so this little miscalculation shouldn't pose a problem.
It's fine. We can handle anything they throw at us if we work together.
Got it. I'll put my faith in our team and fight. I'm going to whip every last one of them into submission. Bow down, fools! Get ready to face Moko Mujiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction! It's gonna be a slobber knocker!
These blackguards shall become rust on my holy Jumanji sword's blade. How about you?
Yay! I was worried.
We won! Wait, it's already over? What a bunch of two-pump chumps.
How unsatisfying. I was hoping to see something more sticky and pulpy.
It was a resounding victory, but things weren't exactly like the last time. Not just because of our new teammates either. Something fell off.
Hey, look! There's more of them!
What is that? Ew! More
I knew it. There's clearly more than last time. But why?
Don't let them get to you guys. Just keep fighting.
Have we vanquished them all now?
Who knows? Maybe they'll just come streaming out from every little crevice like a bunch of roaches.
I can feel it, guys. We're way stronger now. And immortal, too! Now that's what the hell I'm talking about!
Goodness. Takumi, what happens now? This isn't the end, is it? Not yet. A commander will show up next.
I thought so. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a challenge.
Are commanders those big freaks?
Yeah, but they start off in human form. I mentioned this before, but the commanders are humanoid, like us. Their power is just like our hemo-anima, too. My, how fascinating. I would love to capture one alive and take a peek inside of it.
Speak of the devil. Look over there.
I shift my gaze after Hiroko spoke.
Huh?
Who's that? Someone I'd never seen before staring at us in the school.
Is that a commander? They don't look like an invader.
It must be a new type. Human like us. With hemo-anima.
They have some audacity to look so haughty. Let me put that fool in their place.
So, this thing turns into one of those big freaks we saw the other day? And it's got hemo-anima, like us?
No, that's not them.
Huh? Then who is it?
Who is this? What's going on here? I've never seen this one before.
Takumi? What's wrong? This is the same as what you experienced last time, right?
Wait, someone's coming from over there, too! Is this a commander tag team?
Huh?
There they are.
It's him! That's him! That's the commander!
Huh? Then who's the first guy?
Well...
Huh? Are they gonna surrender?
No! They're coming for us! Keep your guard up! God of the planet, hear my plea, and lend me thy strength.
Blood of my bond release!
Yeah, just like their dad.
The paragon of order. I will run this time. I'm done running away. I have to stand and fight. All of you stand aside. If you don't, then in the name of order, I will strike you down. It turned into one of those big motherfuckers, just like Takumi said.
Know your place! You have some nerve defying an old Suzuki! I will destroy you, monster!
Did you guys hear that too? He's talking.
Indeed. He speaks human language.
Is this because of our hemo-anima? Never mind that. What's going on with that other person? I'd have remembered if there was another one like that around the first time. Just who are they? What are they doing here?
Hey, Takumi! What the fuck are we supposed to do? You're from the future, right, dude? Tell us what happens next!
I don't know. We've deviated.
Huh? You gotta be kidding me!
We fought him before. We know how tough he is. Now that we've got this many fighters and we're hella strong, he's going down.
Yeah. Right.
I'll have time to think about this later. For now, the battle takes priority. I just have to make this work.
What is
are we. We can do this. There are more of us to fight now, too. Work together, cover each other, and take them down.
You know it! Moko Machiro doesn't run from demons! She beats the crap out of them!
Holy Jumanji sword, we ride together!
We'll protect this school, along with humanity's future.
Hooray!
Serves you right. Writhe on your knees in the dirt until you die. It's harder when they look like people.
Yeah. I mean, they even use hemo anima like us.
Hey, Takumi, it's your fault these monsters are stronger now, is it? Pay with your life.
I told you. I had no idea that it happened. I didn't even know it would do anything to your powers.
Hemoanima sure is mysterious. Not even the time traveler can explain it.
Dang, I thought Takumi was gonna be our cheat code, man.
I suppose it's fitting that a war as bizarre as this should be fought using powers that are just as strange.
What's the point if the enemy is stronger too?
Oh, for the love of murder, enough complaining. More importantly, what was with that other person who showed up at first? They ended up getting away.
Perhaps a second commander? Surely Sir Takumi must know.
What do we do with this guy? He ain't dead yet.
I looked to where Takamaru was pointing.
Please, I beg of you, don't kill me.
Is this thing begging for its life? Pretty pathetic given you were just trying to kill us.
Shit. I don't like being able to understand these things.
Hey, I thought Takumi said they weren't intelligible to us.
I'm pretty sure this is all because of the changes to our hemoanima.
Which would mean maybe he can understand us too.
Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
The moment he opened his mouth, Hiroko was quick to interrupt.
I wouldn't recommend getting familiar with this thing. He's our enemy.
I guess so.
I beg of you, spare my life.
Hey, you...
It happened in an instant. Yagamu vanished and immediately circled behind the enemy, and then...
How precious.
Oh, he's... I don't think I can say... I don't think I'd say it on Twitch. My god. Gorgeous man right there. I would love that. Hooray! Huh.
Yagamu!
Sorry, Takumi. I wanted to shut that demon's mouth sooner rather than later.
Good work, Ikamu. You single-celled simpleton of a boy. It's obvious you would have been utterly taken in by his pointless begging.
Come on. Couldn't exactly deny the allegation. I wanted to talk to him a bit more. Maybe it would have changed something. That's not happening now.
This fight is over. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, good work.
Now it's time to celebrate our win, right? Everybody survived. We can't celebrate without our leader.
True enough. Thanks, guys.
Okay, let's head to the cafeteria. All the success has me starving.
Eating with poppers in my sight will no doubt cheapen the taste of my meal.
I'm gonna hit the shower first. I feel totally disgusting.
I'm going to wash off first as well. I got splattered by blood.
Come on, Takumi. You ready to go?
Of course. Everyone remembered returning to school feeling a mix of exhaustion and happiness. Honestly, I couldn't get the commander's last comments out of my head. I swore I'd win this 100-day war. So now's the time to earnestly celebrate our win. The battle now over, we shared the good news with the others waiting in school. According to Terumi and Shoma, who've been patrolling the school, nothing unusual had happened. I guess that's good news. What's the point of that threat after all? Who wrote it and why? I was lost in thought as everyone enjoyed a celebratory meal in the cafeteria. Phew. What a long day that was. Celebration was over and I was back in my room. I was sigh in my bed. I feel kind of sluggish now. The exhaustion was setting in now, leaving me with a nasty headache. Just about to close my eyes to get myself to sleep when suddenly he showed up again. You again. Sorry, but I'm tired. Let me rest. I can tell, but I really wanted to check in on you. Why is that? You intrigue me, seeing as you used my power to jump through time and redo the past. I was sure that your second chance at this world would be one full of hope where all would be saved. But it looks like things are a bit different from what I was imagining. You're so relentless that you'd even end the life of a traitor without hesitation. It's frightening. What are you getting at? Seems to me like you've changed.
Strange, isn't it? I don't share any of your memories of the past, but I'm starting to get the feeling you're not yourself.
Let me guess. Must be the power of cryptoglobin. Don't be ridiculous. What do you know about me anyway? Nothing at all. Relax. I'm not here to meddle. All I can do is watch from the defense room. No, I'm sorry. It was messed up from you say. I'm just tired. Understood. Good night. And with that, he quietly vanished. I don't really understand that guy. I'm Takumi Samino. Nothing's changed about me. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and finding a new ending to these 100 days.
And I think this will be a good stopping point before next week.
Get preppy, ready to...
Alright. And saving here. Perfect. So yeah, this is shaping up to be very interesting. It looks like I'll be continuing next week. Depending on how I feel, I might make one of the days a art fight day and stream art. But other than that, we're going to keep trucking along and try and get to the ending so we can put a wrap up on this playthrough. I definitely want to explore some of the other routes on my own time, but you know, it's been like so many hours already, so you know. In any case, for those who have been watching, thank you. For those who tuned in, thank you. For those watching the VODs, thank you. And as we come into a nice, hot, scorching July, all I gotta see is... bye-bye.